Hello, good evening to everybody. Hope everybody's good on this lovely Saturday. Just while I'm waiting for Phil to jump on, I'm just going to do a little bit of sharing and then I'll say some hellos to everybody. Let's say, hope we are all good. Been a fun day today. I've been sat on my butt. Other than that, done a little trip to Tesco's. So got out of the house, got some fresh air. So still a few say hello to a few people. Hi Sam, just messaged you as you replied just to let you know your t-shirts are on order. Hi Kelly, how are you? Hi Kirsty Coles. If my son settles down soon, I will watch. But at the moment, he's being a little bugger, refusing to sleep in his bed. Hello Linda Culverhouse, how are you? Hi Bev McDonald. Kelly Marie Mulligan, hello. Hi Jackie Child, hello to the lovely Natalie Jane. Hi Pollyanna, hi Tinker Johnson, hi Melissa Marie East, hi Emma Buchanan, hi Mary Wickham. I'm okay, thanks. I'm having a bit of fun, today. So sorting a few bits and pieces out and messing with my phone. There we go. So if you bear with me a moment, so Phil should be on in a moment and we can have a good old chin wag with Phil. What I'll do is I will place the link into the bottom as normal. So if anybody is interested, hi Phil, how are you? Hi Kirsty Coles, good to have you on. So if anybody is interested in coming on and having a chat with Phil in a moment when he's on, please click the link at the bottom of the chat. I'll pin that there in a second. Hi Tony Cherie, how are you? Hi Emma Hart. Bev McDonald, I'll be watching but doing chores and putting my monkeys to bed as well. Right, that's just when I see the stream flag up on here. Hi Trisha, how you doing? There it is. Let's pin that. There we go. So that should be pinned at the bottom of the chat, guys. Hi Vicky King, how are you? Hi Sharon Lodge. Hi Dawn Thay. Good to hear, Tony Cherie. I am just going to share this to one or two other people very quickly. So I'm hoping Trisha's going to come on in a little bit as well. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hi Julie. Hi Rob. Hi Freddie. Linda, I don't know if Phil's doing readings tonight, but we'll have a chat with him when he comes on. He might do a couple of little mini readings. We never know. We'll just have a big old chin wag, really. See what happens as we go, I think. So I'm just waiting, as I say. Phil's just messaged me to say he's jumping on in a mo. There he is. There he is. How do?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Good, thank you.
I'm late.
How's your day been?
Good, mate. All good. Just a bit sunburnt and a bit.
Yeah.
I had a bit. I felt like you are. Where?
There, just on your forehead.
Oh, there.
Right there, yeah.
Yeah, I caught myself the other day, and then literally I caught it again.
Oh,
so just, yeah, typical little wound.
I hate that. Just a couple of shout outs again. Hi, Julie Sankey. Hi, Tracy McDonald. Hi, David Arnold. Sam Harley Wilmore said, well, Luke had been running around with a what's it crisp up his nose. Yeah, didn't he have Skittles in his ears the other day? Hi, Kirsty Coles. Hi, Linda again. Dorothy saying hi to Phil. Natalie saying hi to Phil. Rob Nurden as well. Bev McDonald saying hello. Melissa Marie. Emma Hart. Jessica White, how are you? Cheryl Jones. Everybody said hi. Right, I'm not even... Right, hang on a minute. Let's see if I can do this. Freddie's saying bonsoir à vous de la France.
France.
No clue. Sorry.
You say.
I believe we have John Six Cents in the chat as well. Thank you very much, my friend, for sharing. You're a star.
I'm literally, that's what I'm just doing right now, mate. Is sharing it.
I've just got a bit nut sharing it myself, to be honest with you. So we had a couple of people asking if they can, if you can give them a couple of a little reading or so tonight. I said I'd ask the question. So I said, I have said though that tonight is more about a bit of a chinwag rather than doing readings and things. But if you're happy to do the odd reading, then
I'll do a couple. I do a couple of cards. I won't go into full. I'm not going to go into full readings just because I'm just shattered, mate. I think I've been in bed for most of the afternoon. I think the sun got me. It was literally made me right ill.
Not good, not good. I know. Right. So Linda Culverhouse is she was the one that was asking a bit earlier about having a reading. So Natalie said she burns badly. I do, to be honest with you, as well. Where I got here. So hi Paul Brenton, hi Sam Webster, hi Nigel Radcliffe. It's good to see John's on. Hi. Davey, one of my mods is on as well. Hi. I hope your car's all right, mate. Davey was in the chat last night modding for me, and all we saw was a message come up saying, some bastards just backed into my car. Davey's obviously someone's hit his car and done a bit of damage from the looks of it. So hi John Williams, hi Kelly from Swips, hi Tracy. Tracy says, I hope you're well, sweethearts. Here we go. First caller for us tonight is the big man himself.
Hey, it's the new chat show whore.
That's it.
Hello.
That's it. Chat so whore.
Are you all right, guys?
I think everybody in the chat is going to be, quite happy, quite in agreement with me when I say it's good to see that John's smiling and he's on camera smiling, or sitting at his computer. It's good to see that. So
definitely.
Thank you, everybody. Yeah, I'm all good. I've had some healing and some time to reflect, and the way I do things going forward. So yeah, all good, mate. All good.
That's it.
I've spoken to both of you offline, but a lot of people's been very worried. I'm all good. I'm all good now.
Yeah.
At least I'm all right, mate. At least I'm all right. I sent you a message the other day just to make sure you was all right.
Bless you.
Do you know what? The only thing frustrating for me at the minute, right, is it's all right for you guys because I mean, John, you're a bald-headed man anyway. Phil,
not for long. Look, it's sprouting.
It's sprouting. Bloody hell! You've been using one of them UV things you do this with.
I've been sticking my head in Miracle Grow, mate.
That's it. Phil's got a complete undercut, so obviously it's probably his missus probably does it. Me, Christ, the way mine's growing like crazy, and it's a complete mess at the minute. I desperately need to have a cut. I'm like, quick drive around just to see if a random Turkish barber's open, so I can go and have a cut properly. So.
Long, mate. Viking. Do you have a lot of me? Eventually.
Mine's going to probably be that length before I get my hair cut next. You probably see I'm trying to grow my beard up a little bit as well. This side, not here, that side. See, I'm probably trying to grow it up a little bit more as well because the last guy cut it down too short.
You'll just be like cousin it.
That's it. And that'll just be the beard.
I just wanted to come on, say hello, and just say that I'll be back at it like Monday, Tuesday sometime. I have rebooked to go on One Entities on Tuesday.
Oh, awesome.
I felt sorry I let them down. So yeah, I spoke to Claire on the phone today, and we're getting it sorted for Tuesday at 8:30. So it's all good. It's all good. Can't grumble.
Yeah, no, I had a nice little message from Claire yesterday as well, thanking me and Deno for coming on, which was great. But we had a good laugh. And Deno was great. Deno was great last night as well.
He's nuts, mate. He's rung me today, right? FaceTime me today. His mate who runs a hire company dropped a digger off.
Yeah.
Patio, and he got a bit excited and he rung me up panicking because his missus were going to kill him, but she was asleep on sofa. She didn't know how much he'd done. And it went just a great fucking holy garden. And it's like, and he's been on beer and all while he's doing it. So he's like,
oh my days!
So funny,
What's this, John? This video that Deno did of himself with when he's dressed up as a woman and he's got Barbie girl going or something.
Mate,
Mr. Barbie girl.
Mate, it's just Dano's got no filter of what anyone finds acceptable and not. But I'll tell you what, guys, he's the most caring man you'll ever meet.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Such a lovely, loyal, genuine guy. And yeah, he's covered my ass last time. You have as well, Dan, and obviously Phil. You've always been there, pal. But he's covered my ass last few days when I've not been at it. You know. Like kind of representing the Sixth Sense team on that sort of stuff, and so I can't thank him enough for it.
I'll tell you what, though, John. If you look at that picture that I did for you, with them little emoji things on, right? I don't know if you noticed it, but Deno, I actually did, because I know what Deno, I know what Deno's like by the looks of it. I did it so he. He's on screen.
Hello to everybody. Hello to everybody.
Hello.
Hey, Dante.
Do you remember John? He calls you John Party.
John Party. Good lad. I get to bed for my bat here.
Yeah. Off you go to bed. Thank you.
If you look at John, if you look at Deno's one on there, you see, you'll notice on there. I thought because Deno's got a bit, he's life and soul of the party in that. So I made sure he's got the shirt that's slightly open on.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Right, and the other thing that I've had today is from one of our followers called Layla Louise Stubbins. What she's done is she's took our logo, the Spirit logo.
Yeah.
Replaced it all with our names, but then also our tag names.
I saw that, yeah.
Mate, I was well impressed. It was lovely. So
I did see that a bit earlier. Yeah, that's awesome. That looked. I
haven't seen him. I've been asleep for most of the afternoon. Because
I've not really been asleep. I've just been chilling.
I don't know if you can see it very easily on there. Can you? No, you can't really see it very easily on there, can you?
I'll show you what. I'll share my screen. I can show you.
Right. I was going to say, literally, I was in the sun. I was doing my UFC training, and I think it's just apps. And then did a meditation in the sun, which I forgot how long I was out there for. And it comes the afternoon. I was like, cool. I'm tired now. I'm ready to go to sleep.
Of course, you say you're at UFC training. Is me feeling right lazy now.
Share my screen for us, Dan, and I'll show you.
Oh yes, there we go. There you go.
How good is that? Honestly, I'm so impressed.
Oh, that looks cool, doesn't it?
It looks amazing. And it's got like every member of the team. It's got Paranormal Unity. It's got Illbillies. It's got By Felicia. It's got Goose Dimple, Pat, Amazing Dano, John Sixth Sense. And she spent a lot of time on it, so I couldn't be more impressed.
I was going to say, it looks like you can tell she spent a lot of time doing that.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
So while you're on though, John, very quickly, we've got somebody who wants to come on and say hello to you and Phil as well.
Hello, you're right.
Is it Ursula's? Is that right?
Here.
Bloody hell, got it right for one.
Her name is the Sixth Sense Stalker.
I thought that was Kirk.
No, Kirk's the Sixth Sense Stalking whore.
That's it. I'll tell you what, with Kirk now, just so you're aware, it's not Kirk anymore, it's Kirky. We've got to call him Kirky. Kirky, yeah. He loves that one. Just big shout out to Lee Roberts, who's in the chat as well.
Hey, Lee. You're all right, mate.
Hello.
How are you then, Julie?
I'm fine, thanks. Yourselves?
Oh, not too bad, thank you. Having a bit of a chuckle.
It's good to see a smile on your face, John.
Sorry?
It's good to see a smile on your face.
Oh, thank you. I just had I'm a bit cheered up actually because I was looking at stats. It's going to shock you what I'm going to tell you, but last year and I've only just got the stats from January to January, we were the most viewed paranormal company in the world.
Brilliant.
Got a golfer's cap for that one.
In the world, honestly. When it came to actual live viewers, I know people obviously get more views on the videos after, and it kind of cheered me up a little bit and thought, bloody hell, we must be doing something right then. And not everyone's obviously published the statistics, but for everyone that had, we were up there, and I was really chuffed. And then obviously some really nice comments and messages from people were like really amazing, and it's been nice.
I don't know if you've seen it on your page, but we as a community have came together, John.
Yeah.
We're nominating you for the Pride of Britain Award.
I don't need a Pride of Britain award, bloody hell. No. I'd be embarrassed. I don't do anything other than what my job entails. Well, other than like looking after you guys and trying to help people out. But it's just what we do. And,
well, I think just
no more
nominated.
than Phil or Dan or anyone else. But I respect. I appreciate the thought that you've put in, guys. Bless you.
We've all came.
So it's
the power of love, my friend. The Lord said.
It's crazy, isn't it?
That's it. Exactly. The thing is, though, John, is that I mean, the likes of myself and Phil, we're a little bit limited in what we can do in that, in those sort of things, because our page reach isn't anywhere near like yours is. Do you know what I mean?
It will be. It will be. By the time I've done, I'm trying to help you all.
That's it. Well, that's it. Well, I mean, I can safely say, John, you coming on tonight, okay, you've pushed me currently. I'm at 239 on screen at the moment. 242 just come on watching now. That's the most viewers I've ever had in one point.
Hold up a minute. Joe's back, and I'm not supposed to be live streaming, so I'm going to get told off. No.
He's not live streaming.
I've already heard you. But no, only for 5 minutes. But no, I mean, guys, I just want to for everybody for the support. I did go live for the Patriots today. It was agreed that I weren't going to go on camera until Monday, but as soon as you come on and I saw it, I've got to say hello. But I just wanted to get the message out there to everyone. Thank you so much for your support from me and Joe. Yeah. We all appreciate everyone's assistance, and we do feel a little bit weird that we've been put forward for Pride of Britain Award, don't we? Yeah, but no, thank you so much, guys. Okay,
yeah, mate, you deserve, even if it's just a nomination that goes on there for you, mate. You deserve it.
Okay. You think about it. I want you all to have a great night. Enjoy your night with Phil and Dan, and thank you for having me on for a couple of minutes. Okay,
you're a star, my friend. Thank you very much.
All right. Take care, guys.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
See you in a bit.
So, right then, Julie, how are you? How you doing?
I'm fine. Yeah, had a bit of a scare today while I was out driving.
Oh God, yeah, please don't say, anything bad.
What, wheel spinning, drifting round corners, as you normally do.
I had to do an emergency stop.
Oh, bloody hell. Not nice. Not nice.
No, but
I was just going to say all those little Scottish country lanes, a bit, and it's never sunny in Scotland, is it? So it's, you get a bit of damp floor and like you can drift quite. Excuse me. Oh, blimey. Sorry about that. A bit hay fever kicking in.
The weather is really, really nice today.
I've no clue you said then. Not a clue.
Sorry, Julie, go on.
The weather has been really nice today.
Yeah.
Oh,
no drifting, no nothing.
We need to. We still need to do something, don't we, Julie?
Oh, right, okay.
We still need to get you a fella, don't we? So if there's any single men, Julie, hit her up. Come on, lads. You got a beautiful woman there. Come on.
I'm sure there's somebody up your way.
Oh, maybe. Don't know.
You never know. Fate has a funny way.
I'm just seeing Bronwyn's just come on saying perfect sneeze, Dan, bless you. Phyllis Ross says the weather has been great in Dundee.
I think it's been great everywhere, right? To be fair, today like I said, I was training today with a punch bag and martial art weapons and stuff. And I tell you what, man, honestly, yeah, I did it for about 8 years. Yeah, 8 years. I did competitions as well, stuff. But yeah, man, I find it fun, but I think it's a really stupid idea to do it midday in the blazing heat, sweating like a pig, and bloody going, that's it, now I've had enough, and then sit there and meditate.
That's it, and then you end up the rest of the day kipping because of a bit of sunstroke.
I guess I went to bed about 3:30, and I fell asleep, mate. It was a good job I woke up because it was about 6:30, 7 o'clock. I woke up and I thought, oh yeah, I got to go live in a bit. I was like, I need yourself out.
I know I was on the phone before the live, and I was and Natalie on the chat and I were having a good old chinwag, and
I looked at the clock and I thought, shit, I've got 4 minutes. I've done that a couple of times. I come close the other night. I had 1 minute to spare, I think it was. So,
mate, at least like me, I'm always late. I always say to people on my subscription or live, yeah, I'll go on about 7:30. Next thing you know, it's like 20 to 8. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know what to do now. So literally, I say, we're back in a sec.
I had Drew phone me earlier on. He said he's on the phone to me and he goes, he's chatting away and he goes, oh yeah, I'm running late to doing a reading. I said, what are you on the bloody phone to me for then? If somebody's paid you to do a reading, get on the phone to them.
How's he doing?
Oh, he's all right. He had a little bit of news yesterday which frustrated him, and that's part of the reason why he struggled to concentrate last night when he was doing readings. So, but I mean, the reason he went offline when he did was his signal was just unbelievable last night. But Kirk offered to, he said, because Kirk turned around and said, look, get Drew to message me. He said Kirk wants to get Drew a Wi-Fi repeater.
Oh, right, okay.
So because Drew lives in a shared accommodation block premises, him and his wife and the baby do. So they've got obviously a sort of a room in this block, and unfortunately the Wi-Fi router is upstairs. Yeah, in one of the other flats. So it's shared for the whole building. So when it comes, and the thing is, in Bristol, being Georgian buildings, the signal's shocking. Yeah. It struggles to go through the walls a lot of the time. So he gets 1 to 2 bars of Wi-Fi signal in his place, and it's in and out. So, but if at least he can get a repeater in there, then at least it'll help a lot.
Yeah, boosting be a lot better. And the thing is, if you share it out to the house as well, you don't know other people they could be downloading, and takes it all day.
That's it. So then, Julie, did you have anything you wanted to ask Phil, or did you?
Yeah, she wants us to find a single man. Go on, Julie. Wants to find you a single man.
That's it. So
I just wanted to want to say hi to you, so.
We're going to do a bachelorette auction here. Come on. me and Phil are good at this with these auctions. We aren't we? Keeping an eye on the prices.
Yeah.
We had 4 hours practice the other day. Who's starting the bidding at 30 quid?
30
no.
Okay. No, don't worry. There's a reserve bid on it for 200 quid. Don't worry.
30 quid and 2 camels.
That's it.
I don't know about
30 quid and 2 cans of Iron Brew. If you're lucky, a haggis.
An haggis. That's very rare to get. That's a really good thing, that is.
That's it.
I'm not even joking. I'm being serious.
What's that Scottish beer that they drink? I can't remember the name of it. It's got.
I don't know.
Do you not? Oh,
not a clue.
Got funny there. I can't remember what it is. So, very quickly, just have a little look at the chat a minute. Leah Cook says it's a beautiful day in Yorkshire. Her girlie had a splashing time in the pool. The weather's great in South Wales, and I'll be going in the hot tub soon. That's right. So, Anne-Marie, I'm in South Wales too. It's been lovely today. Except I spent my time standing in the queue at Tesco.
That's one place I can't stand.
I went to Tesco, right, and didn't need much, but so I went there. It wasn't too bad, the queue wasn't. And then I thought, shit, I need something else. And the only place I can get that was Asda. So I goes up to Asda, and the queue is miles long. So I was like, sod that. I'll do without that.
Yeah, I could say, mate, honestly, like round here, we got Asda's rammed, Tesco's rammed.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know where Mary is, do you, mate? So
yeah.
It was like, so you got Tesco and Craig's rammed, Asda up by me, up by Sutwell's, is rammed. Then, but when you get to Lidl, it's empty. Yeah. There's hardly anybody in. So make sure still send this, sell the same stuff, but it just makes you laugh. It doesn't.
I know. I'm really.
I was at Aldi's today for my sister car shopping, and I was hardly in the queue.
That's it. Bucks Fast beer.
Julie.
Bucks Fast. It's not beer. It's tonic wine.
Is it? Oh. All right.
Yeah. Dan, you don't want me doing one card for it, do you?
You carry on, mate. You carry on.
How's that, Julie? Give you one card.
Oh, that would be brilliant, thanks.
So yeah. So right. So obviously, you know, I don't know if some people in here watch me or not. I always like to say, if I do people single cards, I always say their name in my head or anything like that. And then literally just draw a card that is for you. So I don't know if you want a screenshot or anything like when you see it, or I can take a photo. If you message me, Julie, I can send it you. In that way.
Let me see if I can get you on bigger on the screen a minute, Phil. One sec.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, that's the wrong way. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go.
So it's probably got a better picture like that one.
Shared it, yeah. So I've got two for you. What two's just jumped out. So the first one is the P. It says to me, it says, "Peace, Archangel, as real. Release the past. There is no more enriching future coming." I can't say that. There is a more intriguing future coming. Let go and let God. Let's just set that one. I don't know if you can see it because I'm using my Surface Pro when it was playing up earlier. So I'm hoping you can see it. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Is it too blurry or is it all right?
No, I can see it.
See there. So for me, it's about this. Don't you know? The way if I had to say it was very much the fact that don't let past things come up. You know what I mean? Like don't let it affect you in any way, shape, or form. Or thinking about the past, because it's about you got to think about the future, because you can't change the past, but you can change the future for better.
That's quite freaky, because when John was giving out readings I think it was last week.
Yeah,
he said something very similar to that.
Ah, right. Okay. See, problem is when I start working, I don't remember nothing. So literally, even spelling, I can't spell when I do writing and stuff. Like write down messages what I say, I can't spell it. It's weird. I find it very weird. I did a reading for a lady because she asked for it. She said she really needed one. So I was like, okay, I'll do you one. And then next thing you know, yeah, I was trying to write things. I was like, yeah, I can't even spell peace now. I was like, okay, yeah. So I just put peace, something odd. I said, you know what I'm on about. So, and then the next one, the last one you got is 3 of Michael. It's okay. It says exactly the same again. Release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. And again, it's Archangel Michael covering you and protecting you in that. Where am I going? In that. Ah, there you go. In that way.
I think it's a very clear message there, isn't it? If 2 cards are saying basically the same thing.
Yeah, definitely. To me, I don't know if it's something that some negativity from the past or anything like that. But it just says to me the fact of that. Don't think about the past. Don't think of what could have happened or what should have happened or I shouldn't have been treated. If it feels more, shouldn't have been treated that way more than anything else. But the fact of I just want to say to you is you don't think of the past. Think about the future, because you can change the future. And I can see love coming your way, but I can see it more in the next couple of years. So I'm sorry to leave it hanging like that long, but it's just a way, because I feel like you just want to find the right one. Don't rush into it, because when we rush into it, August messy. August messy. But what I do, because obviously it's quite dark and it's gone very dark in my room all of a sudden. So I take if you message me, Julie, on my page or my personal, and I'll take a photo of it now and I'll send it you so you can see it clearly.
Brilliant, thank you very much. They really do make a lot of sense, because when John was doing his wee mini readings on his live a couple of weeks ago, he says something to me which kind of relates to what you said.
Yeah, it feels more. If I had to feel it and trust myself, is the fact of I don't know. I just feel used and abused and mistreated. You know what I mean? That's exactly how it makes me feel. And it makes me feel very much sometimes like. The way they put it to me is the fact I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it, thinking about, that shouldn't have happened and stuff like that. But it's saying to me, don't do it, because it takes you back. You feel the emotions again, and it starts making your frequency and the love that you've got for yourself lower, if that makes sense. It's all right. When I get a message from them, sometimes I just stare out the window. So it's just purely the fact of that you can't change the past. Yes, Get about it, put it in a locked chest and like put it at the bottom of the sea, whatever makes it best for you, and then think about the future. I can see a very good future for you, but it's just the fact of once you've don't get yourself upset and do the healing process, because I feel like you still need a bit of healing from it. So do the healing process. Get your crystals. Get some frequency music of healing. I'm gonna burp. Sorry.
I'll buy the crystals on payday, don't worry.
So yeah, but the thing is, it also I don't know. Obviously, the spirit wise as well, because I can see a very, very, very old lady right behind you, a very, very old lady. And sometimes it could be spirit guides, sometimes it could be loved ones. But to me, the way they show me is very much like I don't know how to explain it. I see like a warrior type behind you than anything else, not where the drafts are, but right onto your, hang on, if I'm looking, it'd be your right shoulder. There's somebody standing there, and I can see them like in a massive ball of light, but it's behind them. Like if I see it from in my third eye, but it shows me a lot of like a spear and a shield, so it's sort of like protection and fighting. So it's a very good strength. Sometimes you can take them as Valkyries, and Valkyries are the strongest female in Nordic mythology. You can also take the Romans, because there's Roman female warriors, Spartans as well. They was trained, the females, and hard, knowledgeable. So to me, it's very much that you got a very strong fighting figure in spirit for you. But like I said, I don't know if it's a loved one, an ancestor, or it's a spirit guide. But there is somebody.
About it because I can't think of anyone.
If somebody's strong and protecting you, that's the main thing I gotta say to you. Yeah, that's the main thing.
I'll be honest with you, Julie. I'm told that I have a lady who stands off me as well, stands just off behind me as well, and I don't know who she is, so
right.
I have no clue who she is. I mean, the only person I could possibly think it could be would be my nan, but I've been told this lady's name's Ursula, whereas my nan was called Muriel, so I don't know. So it could just be somebody who's there,
See, I've never met my dad's mum, but I know she's in spirit. But my mum's still here with us.
Thing is though, it's just sometimes we can't. Like for myself, and obviously I'm still learning in many ways. I'm learning from John. I'm learning from a mummy medium. I learn from every medium. I watch them. I watch every medium, and I understand their connect. I sit there and shut my eyes and understand their connection and stuff like that. That's the way I sort of learn. I sort of look at people and study that way. But I think more the fact for you is the fact that whoever's behind you, and this person is full on supporting you, strong as a Valkyrie, strong as a warrior, and it's trying to say like, don't ever lose faith in yourself, because I feel like you do lose faith in yourself, and I do feel like the problem is you're very easy. You're like me. You're very easy to attack yourself and think about and overthink, and they're just saying to me, don't. They're saying think about the future, what you can do, what you can change, and what you can make of it, and allow yourself to feel that beautiful love as well, because at the end of the day, that's what I'm there for. Because spirit, this is the thing, spirit's always there to show you how and how to help and make you feel good and stuff like that. So yeah, just know you've definitely got a very, very strong female character behind you, very warrior type, because you see him bright white light behind him with a sword, like a spear and a shield. And if like I said, I'll take that as, you could take it as a Valkyrie to a certain degree, but it shows a very strong female supporting you no matter what, like helping you fight your battles as well. Because I do see, do you suffer with mental health by any chance?
Not as far, I've not been diagnosed with anything, no.
No, okay, because it just makes me feel like I wouldn't say anxiety, but it just makes me feel like me. It makes me feel like I, sort of attack myself in a way that, put yourself down to a certain degree. It's like sort of like you don't agree with what your heart says. Your heart says, you love yourself and stuff like that, and then your mind just worries and overplays and overthinks and spins around like a whirlwind. And it's saying, don't spin like a whirlwind and just have fun.
I think no matter what, we all have some form of anxiety and things like that. No matter what, whether we've diagnosed with it properly or whatever, we all suffer with a little bit of it. Do you know what I mean? So, even if you've not been diagnosed with anything, everybody suffers with anxiety some point in time. Yeah,
definitely.
So I have to say, I do love the giraffes. Look, that's amazing, that picture.
My mum at this painting is worth about £300 odd, and my mum actually won a raffle for £10.
Yeah, you're not supposed to tell people how much stuff costs in your house. You see, you get people coming around and
nabbing it. You probably next time you see me live, you'll see it on the back door on the back door.
I say Ayrshire last, but Ayrshire's a big place because you've got north, south, and east.
Oh right, okay. So it's a bit of a jaunt then, yeah. I can only imagine how long it would take from where I am. I'm like literally right in south of Wales, so
one sec. I've just got to put the lights on.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Off, yeah. I should have had it done before.
By a Scottish artist.
Say again, sorry.
The paintings by a Scottish artist. Been personally trained by him as well.
Wow, I've got 3 on the wall out in my hallway. That they were done by my aunt, and they're completely one-offs. She did them specifically for me for my hallway, so it's got a set of 3 working with each other that they got up the stairs, which is great.
He's absolutely an Ayrshire artist, to be honest.
Yeah, it's only a lovely picture.
I've got a question for you, Dan. Actually, and they keep going on at me. Is the fact of when you say that lady's name that you've been told, right? Does it feel right for you?
No.
No. Okay.
The reason being is because the medium. So I used to have what it is. I used to run a group called UK Ghost Hunters. All right. Okay. Now, UK Ghost Hunters, we originally had 2 mediums in the team, and they were partners, so they're a couple. And the lady, the female, she never got names ever. And she said to me, I can't understand why I'm getting the name Ursula all the time, but this is this woman that's behind you, that's with you all the time. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Okay. So if you take it in the way I believe in the way stuff like that, don't forget you can have more than one spirit guide. So she might come forwards and protect you, but you might have another one that's with you most of the time, like family members or a different one. But for like I always say, trust your own gut instincts, mate, because at the end of the day, you're connected to them, not. I could say to you, obviously I said to you, I can see a lady behind, etc., etc. I can't remember what I said, but it's still the fact of you've got to feel what's right for you. So if you don't feel that name is right for that person and that spirit, then that is maybe a past regression or spirit guide meditation to find out who she is or who he is. Because at the end of the day, you could have an angel working, or
I know she's seen by loads of people. Last time I was at the village in Mansfield, we were doing a session downstairs in the main section, and instantly, right behind me, one of the mediums just pointed to the fact that there's a woman who stood just off my right shoulder, and a lot of people can't read for me that well. Or they can't read me that well purely because I find it hard. I find it hard for people to read me, especially because of the fact I don't really know a lot of my I don't really know many of the family that are in spirit, or I don't remember them very well because I was so young when they all passed.
Yeah, but and as one thing as well is the fact that sometimes I find people who can't be read. Sometimes I find it that I've only had 1 or 2 people that I couldn't read, and I've said to them, "You got to give me some more time. You got to come back. It's just not ready for you. Maybe not find the right one, or you know what I mean, or the spirit medium that you've gone to might not being able to get the information that they, what you could have, what you needed. You could, what I mean." There's many, many different ways of doing it, but for me, it's a very much the fact of I do feel this spirit is a guiding thing for you to do, mate. I do feel like you got to find out who this woman's. It's definitely connected to, because I could definitely see a silver band, and I call them silver bands or silver chain, where they get from like this. It goes from them to you. That's sometimes how I see it. It's a very angelic way of seeing spiritual connections. Some people say they can see energies, but sometimes I can see a bit of both. But for
I might ask my mum about that then, because I know that when I was little, when I was christened, my christening present was a name bracelet. So a name bracelet. So that was my christening present. So unfortunately, I have no clue where it went, but I know I had it up until probably I was in my teens somewhere, but that was a long time ago.
I was gonna say,
getting old and rickety, me, Phil. Come on.
You're on about still young, mate. Still young. You're as young as you feel, mate.
I'm pushing 40s. Come on, I'm getting old.
That's nothing. That's nothing. It's nothing, mate.
Before we say goodbye to Julie, though, just a quick one for you, though, Phil. We've got a lady in the chat who's asking if there's anything for her at all, which would be nice if you wouldn't mind just giving a bit of reading to in a little bit. But we do have somebody in the studio behind as well. Julie, was there anything else that you wanted to have a bit of a chat with Phil about?
I'm just popping on to say hi and thanks for the cards and the rereading there, Phil. It was brilliant.
Oh. It's all right, it's all right. And yeah, I'm gonna say we need to find you a man. We need to get some. So if you know any single guys up in Scotland, guys,
I think this is what we need. I'll tell you what we need to do. I think, Phil, next time we need to arrange with John, right? And what we need to do is we need to look at the other night and use that as a template, right? Except for all the negative stuff with it. And what we'll do is we'll spend 4 hours of an evening trying to sort Julie out with a bloke. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we could do blind date, man. We could do blind date.
We'll go for the we'll get sorted with the we'll get the auction, the bachelorette auction going on, shall we? we'll make sure we get John that Pride of Britain award.
That's it.
Julie, it's lovely to have you on. Thank you very much, lovely.
Days, guys.
See you soon, all right?
Cheers, I'll send you the cards.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
See you soon.
Brilliant.
All right, enjoy. Bye. Okay, we've got if you don't mind, Nikki, I'm hoping Phil will be happy enough to give you a small.
Whoa, it's lagged. Oh no.
What's up?
Can you, Dan? You gone? Oh, sorry, you went lag. I don't know if it was me or you then, but it just went laggy. Probably me, not mine. Is it Nikki? Nikki? Is it Mitch Greenwood?
Yes. Yeah. So I'll ask. I'm going to ask Nikki if you don't put any more into the chat. I'm not sure if Phil's seen anything at all, but it's probably best that we.
Yeah, I feel like saying need to listen to calmer music. So I do feel like there's the only way I can explain it, mate, is making me feel like I'm listening to drum and bass, and it can be a bit too much at times hearing the same thing. I also feel like sort of music. I don't know why I can hear like sad music being played as well. Sort of. I don't know. It just makes me feel like saying listen to more calmer music. And I feel like saying relax as well, because I feel a bit tense. Makes my body feel a bit tense. So, you feel like all your muscles, like you got that stress level, and it makes your muscles ache, and it makes it all tense and everything like that. So, what I'm going to do then, I'm going to literally do what I did for Julie. To be fair, is pull a card out. But I feel like saying listen to more relaxing music, something like more calming. I do feel you're very much a musical person. That music is life, music is everything to you. But I also want to say is the fact of I just want you to listen to a bit of calmer music, but I also want you to relax while listening to it. But I also feel very. I think this obviously being locked down isn't. I don't think it's helping anyone. To be fair, is it, Dan?
No, God, no. No, I think everybody's struggling somewhat anyway.
Yeah, but hopefully, it looks like we're starting to get a little bit less than what it should be.
I know they talked about McDonald's opening, aren't they, in the drive-thrus?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, mate. You get to Merry Hill, you'll be seeing them all the way down to the bloody entrance.
I can imagine, mate. I can imagine. You'll probably know where I used to live, actually, when I used to live in Albury when I was younger.
Yeah.
2021. Do you remember the old bus station in Albury?
Yeah.
The old bus station, yeah, opposite. I don't know if it's still a Sainsbury's there now, but
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
It is. So you had the old bus station just behind there. There's a block of flats, and I used to live in that with my dad. But yeah, that's where I lived when I lived up that area. Until I moved over to Acox Green and
Acox Green.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, man, literally I'm about 15 minutes away from Albury, so not too far, to be fair. Not too far.
So when you were talking about music with Nikki just now, mate, can you remember what you said?
Yeah. In what way?
She just messaged on here just to say that she doesn't play sad or lovely music, but she is a drum and bass DJ.
Ah, right, okay. So obviously, the reason why the message is coming to me about listening to relaxing music, even though is the fact of drum and bass and everything like that. It just feels sometimes. Don't forget the bass frequencies can also have an effect on us as well, and the vibration from the bass. Because you think about it, you take. I don't know, you pump a speaker at full blast, you know, it can blow itself, can't it, to be fair? And it can also vibrate obviously stuff as well. You see like the super basses when you see like in the cars and the move, they've actually got the wave down the mirror. What it can also do as well, it can trigger off something in the brain that can sort of give an addiction to it, or it sometimes can knock you down, depends on how you're feeling at the same time. So the reason why I'm saying, even if you just go on to like Tibet, like shamanic drumming or something, like if you like drum and bass, you want that, you know, that rhythm, that tapping, that type of music. But what it does, it doesn't, even if you just play it for 10 minutes, you know what I mean? And just, even if you just sit there, you got to, I can't sit still, I'm always moving. So even if you just sit there, tap something or tap to it, what it does, that frequency that it's pumping out is more of a calmer frequency, can also release chemicals in the brain to make you feel calmer, happier as well. So like, is it the pineal gland? The pineal gland. You can also release the chemical for that as well. So it can very much, yeah, so it can also happen like that. So the reason why I'm saying to listen to more of a calmer music, because it automatically in the brain, it starts, you listen to it, you're like, hang on, okay, that's more calming, it's less fast paced and stuff like that. So even if you just tap to it, it's another way of doing it. And it also brings good vibes as well, because the frequency that it pumps out, the higher the frequency, the better, the higher the vibration, the higher. With like an angelic worker like myself, is the fact that the higher frequency you got, the more higher realms you go into spirit, the more angelic realms, it's more peaceful, more calmful, and stuff like that. So it's like I'll give you an example. Like today, I was listening to Viking music and I felt foul because it's just the way the tone is, the way the frequency is, the way it sounds. It's very, you know, I like the Ragnar Lothbrok's death song. I just like the way it hears. I don't know why, I just feel connected to some way, but that makes me feel very angry, and it makes me feel very sad, and makes me feel like I want to train. I don't know why, it just pumps off that reaction in the brain. So that's the reason why I'm only saying that. So just give it a try. I'm not saying, even if you just do it for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever, it's just the start of something that is going to help you in the long run. But the first card that you've got is the 9 of Ariel, and it says your dreams are fulfilled, hard work leads to great success, a love for beautiful things in life. So for me, it's very much as that. I do feel like your life will be, obviously, I just feel like this lockdown is incredibly a lot on you at the moment in time, and it also shows that a lot, when it comes out of it, a lot of things are going to happen, because it shows the unicorn, which is a very one of the most powerfully mythical creatures. I don't know if you can see it, mythical creatures with beautiful rainbows going over. So it's saying that going on to good things when all this is finished, and it also makes me feel like it's going to be you're going to be going back into really who you're meant to be. You know what I mean? I find it very bubbly. In that way as well. So it makes me feel like saying, go and chase your dreams, never give up, because they're telling you the fact that your dreams will come true. The next one, it says the 8 of Ariel, and it says take pride in your excellent work, practice makes perfect, consider getting additional educational training. So for me, it's the fact of, like, as I said, try different music, you know what I mean? It's like training the brain, it's like a different educational. So just give it a try. Like I said, just give it a couple of minutes, try shamanic drumming, because obviously like drum and bass and stuff like that, and they got a specific rhythm, just tap to it. Again, it just helps you connect to spiritual wise, and helps you with you could say frequency wise as well. So that's your 2 cards. So hopefully you've enjoyed that, and it's helped. Main of all, it's helped. That's all I can ask for. Sorry, Dan, I do waffle on.
That's fine, buddy. No worries. It's not a problem at all. It wasn't tonight's not really been about Phil coming on to do any readings, but he's kindly enough doing a couple. So we thought, obviously, he's been kind enough to do a couple. So we've got we'll go on to another guest who's in the studio at the moment before we look at it. So Nikki, I hope that helped you. I was sorry to hear about that, Nikki. She had a brain injury before Christmas. Yeah, so I hope you can take what Phil's just said, Nikki, and you know, as I say, I hope everything's good for you at the moment. Well, in some ways for you at the moment, and you know.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, you know, I don't want to, you know, people say mediums can go off information and stuff like that. But I think obviously what's happened. Obviously, I can't pop a Sometimes I just can't fully connect. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I have to see like how we're doing it, Dan. Like I see you, I can pick up on your aura, I can pick up on energy, and I can focus on your energy and say, right, I need to blend with their energy distantly as well. But for me, I think your dreams is the fact of life. I think you've just realised life is too short, and go and have fun and enjoy. Because at the end of the day, mate, 1 minute we're here, and then look what's happened now. Here we've got this sad virus that's taking poor innocent people. You know, so 1 minute you're here, the next thing you're not. So enjoy every day that comes to the fullest.
Exactly. So, Nikki, thanks very much for messaging, and I hope you can take all that. There we go. Nikki's just popped up to say you are a blessing to us followers. Thank you so much. So, hang on, we got right. Right, so sitting in the studio at the moment, she's been patiently waiting to come and say hello. A lady from your neck of the woods, my friend. Hi, Claire.
Hello, you all right?
Hello, Dan. Hello, Phil. How you doing?
All right, thanks.
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Just thought I'd come on and say hello after Dan put up with 3 hours being on our page the other night.
No, I don't think I was on that long, was I?
It was 3 hours.
Was it?
Yeah.
The thing is, when you enjoy it, man, like I love doing all this because one, you know, we're helping people at the same time as having a good laugh and banter, and it's just amazing. That time just goes fast, man. Time goes really, really fast.
I'll be honest with you, though, right? Before I started doing these live streams like this the other week, I didn't think I could do anything like this myself. Come on, like this, going out and doing my ghost hunt, being behind the camera is quite easy. Do you know what I mean? But when you're actually sitting on like this and talking, I always thought to myself, my family were very much in the vein when I was younger. My dad's side of the family were, and of course, obviously, I never really thought I could do that or do something like this. I was just always thinking to myself, what on earth would I talk about? You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But yeah, coming on to people's chats and things like that. I mean, my God, I went on yours the other night. I kept thinking to myself, I'm being treated like I'm some sort of celebrity. The way she's I'm like, you know, I just find it's a bit weird sometimes when you go on somebody else's chat and they're looking, you know, they're looking forward to speaking to you and everything, you know.
Yeah, but it's like I kept saying over and over again, and I think the rest of the team kept laughing at me because, you know, we're really appreciative, all of us, like of any help and, you know, having people come on and actually want to talk to us.
Yeah.
And I said it's strange because we don't put ourselves on any level, like ever. And it's weird because, like you just said, we go out and do lives and we're behind the camera, you know, and we're so into what we're doing that even though we're talking to people, we're not aware that them people are actually watching our every move and they're loving what's going on. And it's only when you take that step back and think, oh my God, people have actually watched us tonight. You know, you know, it's really, when we saw you, you know, and obviously we had Deno on as well, and it was just like, whoa, this is mind blowing. Little old us, you know, people are there supporting us.
I look at my page at the minute, and I mean, I'm set to push 250,000 page reach this week. Come in, and I'm thinking to myself, I just can't believe I'm at that point. You know, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. So we've got a couple of people just saying about the sound's gone a bit funny, but I think she's not got headphones in, so we can hear ourselves speaking. I think we're hearing ourselves back on your phone.
How are you? Oh, I'm really sorry. Well, I think I haven't come on for long, really, because I've actually got to get my daughter to bed in a minute. So I just wanted to say again, thank you so much for the other night.
Oh, that's no problem.
You know, I think you're all absolutely brilliant. And Phil, it'll be lovely to have a chat with you as well, being that we're both mediums and you're more experienced than I am.
Hey, there's nothing like that, man. We're all the same. We have more. It's all we do things each differently. So never think anybody's better than anyone. We're all the same. But it's all. I like to say, you know, there's no levels, there's no ego, anything like that. We all are the same level. We do it differently. I can see you being very sensitive now. I do see you being a very a big heart, because they show me when I look at you, I see a massive like a red full of love, full of love. Okay, you know, you get the typical red hearts you see like in Valentine's Day. They show me one of them, but like absolutely booming, and they're saying that you're very sensitive and it very much picks up on. You're very, very. I've got to say though, there's one thing, you're very empathic. You're one of the most. I think you're one of the most. The way I feel looking at you is very strong, empathic. You can pick up on feelings and past. I feel like saying past energy feelings, if you want to call it that way, because I always believe that wood it holds energy, and it makes me feel like you can feel that old ancient energy and how they would feel, and it makes me feel very like that. But don't ever think like I'm more experienced or anything like that. We just have different journeys and different abilities.
Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head there. I mean, you know, I think I said to Dan on the live the other night that, you know, we're the sort of people that, yeah, we do, you know, like we have trolls. Everybody has trolls. It doesn't matter who you are, you know. And I try and just go, you know what, it doesn't matter. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But if you don't like the paranormal, please don't come on the page. You know what we are. You know what we do. Yeah. But I'm a little bit like John in a way, and I take it to heart. I wish I was like strong and just say, you know, just do one. But I'm not that sort of person.
But you got to think of it. You got to think of it as this way. Like I'm not. Hopefully, I don't think it's coming. It's the fact that you've got so much passion. I mean, I've got passion for ghost hunting, but my passion is mediumship, because if I help someone, then that if I tell people 50 people, tell them a load of crap, but one person helps them, I don't really care, because that one person, that's all it means. But that's the same for yourself. It's the fact that you take it so, you know, you got a massive passion for it and the love for it. You know, being nasty, you got more love for ghost hunting than I have. You know, ghost hunting for me is fun. You know what I mean? I do like it and do have lots of fun with it. For me, it's just the fact that if I could pick mediumship and ghost hunting, I'll always pick mediumship. But for yourself, I don't think if it's a bad thing or anything like that. When trolls come on to me, I think I love it. I do. I think it's funny, because I say to them, you can't knock me down, mate. You can't knock me down. I've got, you know, not being nasty, I've got scars on my wrist from stuff that I've done in my past, and I say to them, mate, you got nothing compared to that scar. And I talk to them and I say, yeah, whatever, mate. I block them, delete them, and gone. And I think, and I always say to people, they go, oh yeah, we get these idiots wrecking it. And I always say to them, it's the fact that it's true what my nan used to say. You know, if they're talking, I'll be honest, sorry for swearing, shit. If they're talking shit about you, then bullying somebody else who could kill themselves over it, you know what I mean, or taking lies over it. So, you know, at the end of the day, at least I'll say to them, I'll say, come on, bring it on, I'm not bothered. I'll just laugh at it, delete, whatever. You can call me whatever. I don't give a damn. But at least, I know it's really bad in one way, but at least they're not bullying somebody else who could be suicidal and could kill themselves, you know what I mean? But like I said, I don't think it's a bad thing.
Phil, 1 second. Claire, you wouldn't just turn your volume down a bit for us?
Who, me?
No, Claire.
Is that better?
Hopefully that might be better.
Okay.
There we go.
That's it. Yeah. So, like I say, don't think of a bad thing. You know, you and John, I got obviously Dan as well. You know, you got a massive passion in ghost hunting and stuff like that. So, it's the fact of, you know, it's great to see somebody like that. Like I said, me, I could ghost hunting. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to go out with my old team and stuff like that. But yeah, if I'll pick medium over ghost hunting, because it just helps people more than anything else. But you know, just I'll have to, I ain't gonna swear, Dan, don't worry.
That's all right.
No, we'll be chucking him out.
Yeah,
banning him.
Him. That's it. But like I said, you're in the Black Country, are you?
We're actually from Solihull. We're all from Solihull, but the Birmingham accent's there. The Birmingham accent never goes.
I guess that's it. Because you went to that school, didn't you? Because I watched the one night that you went to the school that we did up in. I better not say it actually.
Brilliant night that was.
Yeah, I was gonna say, literally, we've had some fantastic stuff. There's always a head teacher. There's always a man storming about throwing stuff to get people out. Thing is, what makes me laugh, he tries to intimidate everybody else, and literally I just stand there going like, I'm not bothered. You know what I mean? It's just the fact that I think he just wants you out more than anything else. But it'd be good to do be good to meet up with you one of the days if you want to. Just have a laugh and do some ghost hunting.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's it. We'd absolutely love to work with some more teams and get out there and mix it up. Have a bit of fun and do what we do best.
Tell you what we do. I mean, we look at when we're looking to do some stuff with John. What it might be worth doing is make a weekend of it and coming up you, because obviously myself and Drew would have to, and if Trisha's up for it as well, we'd have to come up past you anyway. So it'd make more sense to stay with you, maybe stay at your way, maybe, and then one night and then do another night, heading up and then head on to John next day.
Yeah, it'd be absolutely brilliant. Well, listen, I'm going to have to shoot now, but thank you so much. You're a star.
No, that's the power unity, man. Power unity together in the spiritual world, man.
That's it.
Love all.
Claire, you're a star. Thanks very much, and you take care and be safe, all right?
Lovely to meet you, Phil. Bye, Dan.
And you. God bless. God bless.
Right then. So obviously we did have a bit of feedback issue on there with just volume. So we'll see. We got just going back to the chat very quickly before we got a couple more people in the studio. Just want to have a chat and say hello.
Yeah.
Nita Barron, hi, how are you? Hi, Libby Connolly. Hi, Dawn. Dawn, I know you. I saw you on there earlier. I didn't get a chance to say hello. Velma from John's group. Joe Belf Knowles, hi, how are you? Joe Beth says she's near you. She's in Wolverhampton.
Yeah, I've seen that. Literally, you're only about 20 minutes away, half an hour away for that.
Yeah. Do you know, funny thing is, Phil, I actually passed my driving theory test in Dudley.
Did you?
Yeah.
So
believe it or not, that was, where are we? So I passed my driving theory test, when was it?
Oh, you would have been opposite the Weatherspoons, wouldn't you?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just say I passed my theory test. Just at they had not long put the test onto computer. So it was before the hazard perception. So I remember passing my actual driving test down in Gloucester, where I'm from originally, and that I passed it on New Year's Eve. So you can imagine I went out and got absolutely hammered.
Don't blame me, mate.
And then gave my friend's brother £100 for an old banger car. And can you see why I don't drink anymore?
Mate, to be fair, I used to be the same. I used to go out clubbing and stuff, and I was about makes me laugh that I was a naughty little boy. I was. I better not say. Obviously, a bit young to get in the clubs, but somehow I still got in.
We used to go. I was in the Air Cadets when I was young, and hi Stephen Harris, how are you? Hi Teresa Jones as well. So I was in the Air Cadets when I was younger. I actually started off in the Air Cadets in Darlaston. Originally, yeah. So I was in the old post office in Darlaston. So I started off there originally when I was little, but when I went back to Gloucester and I continued on there. It was about 15 when we started. Every time we did the cadets on the Monday and Thursday, we was always in the pub afterwards. Always ended up in the pub afterwards. So.
Dan, sorry to butt in for 1 second. Is it okay to give? Sorry, because my angel guide has just turned around to me and said there needs to be a card drawn for Tracy Green.
Okay.
For that one. So literally, I've just obviously when you were saying that, I was listening to you. I was drawing the card, and it makes me feel like saying, don't forget, you can call upon your spirit guides anytime to give you help and healing. But I also find very much I need Tracy. You make me feel like I need a lot of protection. I feel very vulnerable. It also makes me feel like very open, if you call it spiritual terms. So I want to say to you the fact that you've got the card that's actually jumped out and fell on the floor for you. And I was thinking, when obviously Dan was saying I've seen your name, was Ace of Michael. So that's one of the best cards you can get out of this deck, Archangel Michael. So it feels like saying, even if you don't believe in angels or what, just call upon him, mate, and ask him for your help and for protection for you, my love, because it says a wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. So for me, it's about you need to talk, say what's on your mind. Don't bottle it up and don't let it get to you because it's affecting your head. But if you believe in angels, call upon Archangel Michael, the strongest one that banished Lucifer out of heaven. and allow the love and the protection, the blessings come from him to you as well, to make you uplift as well. So I feel like saying, again, it's very similar to Julie. It makes me feel like you, again, attack yourself. That's how it's making me feel. And it's the fact that don't attack yourself, love yourself, my love. I want you to say tonight, before you go to bed, I am beautiful, I am amazing. And I want you to say that every single night, because you're going to have healing for the next 5 days in your sleep. You're going to have angelic healing sent to you in your sleep. Wow, that was a lot for my spirit guide then. But yeah, sorry, Dan.
Don't worry. So in a moment, if you don't mind, we've got Linda Culverhouse who's asking. She's been asking all evening for a little bit of a reading, if that's okay. You'd mind? Got two ladies in the chat in a moment. I'm just gonna say hello to somebody who's just popped on. Joey, I'm assuming it's Joey. Hello, I'm Joey from the Philippines. I've been a clairvoyant and a psychic for all my life. Please pray for the people who died earlier, not yet scheduled to die this year. I think we're all, everybody who's suffering at the moment, everybody with, no matter who they are, whether they've got this nasty virus or they haven't got it, I think we've all got thoughts and prayers for everybody, no matter what, I think. And anybody who has passed, anybody whose loved ones who have obviously who have lost family and friends to this nasty virus, we're thinking of everybody no matter what. So thank you, Joey, for coming on. It's nice to know we're getting right to all the way to the Philippines.
That's what I want to say to Tracy as well, because obviously she just put it in, and obviously that's what they've just said to me. I hold it all in. That's one thing you can't do, Tracy, because that's what's crippling you. Even if you get to like a charity and give them a call, because it's for free anyway, you get Samaritans and stuff like that. Depends on where you are, because I don't know if you're in the UK, you got the NHS stuff like that. But go to the Mind charity, give them a call, because you can just talk to them as a counsellor.
But Tracy, we've been saying all the time as well over the last week or so, since it's been set up. Kirk Parfitt set up a group for anybody who's got anxiety and depression, anybody who just wants to go and talk. Go on, jump on his page. It's just called Anxiety and Depression. Jump on his page. He's there. He does live streams and things like that. And even if he's not there online at the time, if you pop a message to the page, he will respond to you. And he's someone who can be there, just have an ear for you.
That's
it. So. Right. I hope that's good for you, Tracy. I hope you. She has been. She said she's been talking to him as well. Awesome.
Oh, brilliant. So obviously, the ace of Michael, you called the wrong man. One of the most powerful cards in the deck. So good. Keep it out. Essex. So yeah. So talk, Tracy. Talk.
Awesome. Right. So sitting in the background, we have a lovely lady called Rosalind. Hello, Rosalind.
Hi. Yeah. Thank you. Hiya, Phil. I wonder if you could give me a reading, Phil. If you don't mind.
I'll give you some cards. That's right. Yeah, done.
Yeah, you carry on, my friend.
So obviously, the one thing I'd like to say, obviously, about reading, so when I do them like on a Friday night and stuff like that, it's probably, and Drew probably say the same as well, is the fact of you don't have to have a loved one come through to give you a reading that you need at the moment in time, if that makes sense. And also, the loved ones can also guide you to cards that are meant for you, meant out of like deck. Like that. So, pardon me, sorry. As
I like that with this stuff all the time. I drink too much of this bloody stuff. Do you know what I mean?
I'm always good when I'm working. To be fair, don't call it working when I'm having fun, because when I have fun, I enjoy it a hell of a lot more. The one thing I have to say to you, and I obviously. Like I said, I just feel very much a fatherly energy. I do feel very fatherly energy, and I don't know if you're bad in spirit or not, but just the way it's making me feel. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right. So the one thing I want to say, the left card is from a lady, the right card is from your dad, because it just made me feel like a fatherly bond, a fatherly love towards you. Yeah. Okay. It just it's like I can hear him talking to me, and it's just making me feel like she's again. It just feels very similar to Sawdust. Is the fact that I feel very struggling. It just makes me feel I'm struggling at the moment because of the lockdown. That's how it makes me feel. It feels like a prisoner. That's how it's making me feel now. How they're making me feel like I'm trapped. That's how it makes me feel. But like, it will say, give it. Obviously, we know, give it time, and obviously, it come through.
Yeah.
We can go out then. So the first one I'm going to say is the 8 of Raphael. Now, the 8 of Raphael always says to me is the fact of a lot of healing, and something better is coming to you. Most of the time, I don't read the cards fully. I read the top, and then I look at the picture, and it shows me a lot of good times, a lot of good thing, a good love. But it shows me a lot of healing, and a lot of healing being sent to you from a lady. I don't know who the lady is. Say again.
I just said that sounds lovely.
Oh, right, sorry. And it says, and the card says, there is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you. A spiritual quest. Ooh. So a nice little spiritual journey for you. Do you buy any crystals?
No.
No. Okay, so I want, well, they're only like £1 or something from Crystal Seekers if you go to them. I want you to go and get yourself some amethyst and some rose quartz, because the reason why they would absolutely fill you full of good energy, and they'll also help you heal as well, because I do feel the Archangel Raphael will come down and give you some healing. So that's what the card it looks like. It's a very beautiful lady like yourself. Thank you. I feel very much as this lady is coming to you, but I do feel very much again, it makes me feel like very much like a mother's love. Again, that's how it makes me feel. And he's coming to you and giving you that very fantastic spiritual quest for you. So I feel very much crystals. I do feel very much crystals are needed for yourself, but they're going to help you hell of a lot. So, and then the next one is one of the best cards you could actually, my wife says it's the best card you can have in the deck. And I actually say it's joint with 2, actually, thinking about it. And it's the sun. It's the Archangel Uriel, one of the angels that I work personally hell of a lot with. And it's showing the sun shining down upon you. And it shows a male figure on a what do you call him, unicorn, coming towards you, and like sort of being there and patting you on your back and giving you a hug. It feels like I do feel in spirit it gives you a hell of a lot more love. It feels like a hell of a lot more love and a lot more cuddly to you. But it says life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. So what on the spirit quest that I feel very, to me, make me feel like very connected to crystals. I could use crystals, put them on your head, put them on a necklace. Like I always have this crystal around me all the time. You know, feel the energy from them and stuff like that. I do feel you would really benefit from them. And he's actually smiling, saying that's right. So the next, and then that's a card, a very beautiful card showing the man on a unicorn with the light shining, but I don't see the light shining on him. I see the light shining on you and believing in yourself. And believing in yourself, because at the end of the day, he says you are a fantastic lady. He says you have not got a bad bone in your body. You're very sensitive, and he says that you need the sun, you need the light shine on you. So I feel like saying that as well. But he's very more loving in spirit than he was physically. I want to say, because it makes me feel like he's a very a bit old school, sort of like sort of, you know what I mean? I can't explain. Feel very much as it won't be as good hugging and stuff like that. Very, very old school, very much. But it makes me feel in spirit that it's like, you know, he said you don't realize how powerful love is. And I don't know why he wants to say sorry. I can't understand why. I can't understand why he's saying it, but he just says sorry and I love you. I love you. That's what I'm gonna say to you. So there you two beautiful love. There's your 2 beautiful for you. So So hopefully that's made sense to you and that's helped you.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's made plenty of sense to me.
Brilliant.
Thank you so much.
I want you to get an amethyst crystal. They're only like £1, so they're not. Amethyst and rose quartz. You need a lot of healing. You need a lot, and you need to feel the beautiful love because you are very beautiful yourself. So
thank you.
Feel that good energy. Feel that good vibes. So
Rosalind, can I just say though, with regards to the crystals, don't whatever you do, make sure you go to a crystal shop or someone who actually sells them, an actual shop, rather than buying them online. Because sometimes what you can do is, especially with amethyst, you can find you want a nice dark piece of amethyst. Really, you know, the dark. You know, if it's very light, it's generally they say that the light coloured ones are generally made in a lab rather than actually, you know, are natural. So you don't mind me saying about Crystal Seekers, do you? Because if you type into Google or go to my page, Be the Spiritual Gift, if you go into there, you see Crystal Seekers. We've got a competition currently running, but if you just click on their page and message them, they send it out to you for free, and they give you like a little personal thing. So I think the P&P is free if you spend over a certain amount.
if I believe. Remember, I think he's in here. I think Rob's in here. And he'll help you out. Just say obviously over, and it definitely sort you out to very good. And then genuine.
Maybe he could inbox me or something if he could.
Have you got me? Have you, Dan?
Yeah.
Or if you message Dan or you message myself on the page, just in case, I don't know if you follow me or not. But if you do message Dan or me, I'll get you the link for you. If I get you the link,
Brilliant.
Crystal Seekers.
Crystal. Rosalind, what I'll do. So I've got there's me trying to type in Crystal Seekers, and I'm actually typing Rosalind's name in. I've got pinned at the bottom of the chat Kirk's page, so I'm just going on to Crystal Seekers now.
I can't. Can I put? I can't now. I can't do
what I'll do is I'll just share.
Dan, I've got it here, mate. In the private chat, I got it here for you.
Okay, yeah, I got it now, mate.
Sorry, mate.
So I've just shared that now. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pin that to the bottom. So that should now be pinned at the bottom of the chat. So if you click on that in a moment, all right, you should be able to jump over to that page. All right. I'll keep it on for the next couple of minutes, and then I'm going to put Kirk's back up. All right.
Yeah. Lovely.
All right, lovely. Lovely to see you again, Rosalind.
Okay, thank you both.
Cheers, lovely.
See you later. Okay. God bless.
Awesome.
Cheers, Dan. Cheers,
no worries, mate. So,
I've got a question for you, actually.
Yes, mate.
I've got a question for you. Obviously, what is the best ghost hunting that you've ever done in the Black Country?
Oh God, in the Black Country.
In the Black Country.
I haven't done much in the Black Country, to be honest with you, mate. No, in your area, really up that way, I've only really done Smethwick Baths, to be quite honest with you.
I thought you did.
Oh no, Dudley Castle. Sorry, as well. Yeah. So tell a lie. Sorry, I did do Dudley Castle a couple of months ago, didn't I? Dudley Castle. To be honest, I think both of them probably on even keel with each other to a degree. You see, because Dudley Castle, Leanne and I had a great night there. Didn't get much up on the keep itself. The weather was pants. It was drizzly and it was foggy, and we, so I had to watch it a little bit with equipment and things.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, when we did Smethwick Bath, I was on. It was just me on my own, and the best bit of evidence I got that night was in, believe it or not, it was the ladies' toilets where people see have people reported seeing a military lady in there who potentially was pregnant and by out of wedlock. So she's pregnant out of wedlock, and as a result of finding that out and it not being the right thing to do, the belief is that she took her life.
What a shame.
But yeah, some of the bits and pieces and evidence in there was great. And Dudley Castle, the great bit of evidence was in the main the coffee shop bit where I actually had a stick figure come up on camera on my Stickman system. We had it pop up, and it was crazy the fact where it was. It was just the fact that it came up out of the blue. And I mean, what I'll do is I'll repost the footage, and what I'll do is I'll also stick some of the other footage up from the UK Ghost Hunters days on my page as well. But yeah, it was just unbelievable the fact that it came up where it did over by the window, and it was and the way it was, where it was, and when it came up as well was, it was very strange. It wasn't something that we could explain very easily. Do you know what I mean?
Did you feel like it was a male energy?
Don't know. Really don't know, to be honest with you, mate. But that room was full of EMF from the bar and from the fridges and things, you see. So we still have two lovely ladies in the back studio, but I'm just wondering if you wouldn't mind pulling a couple of cards for Linda Culverhouse. She's been waiting right for probably about a good hour for she was the first person that asked. So if that's good for you, if that's okay, mate.
Yeah, that's fine, mate. I don't know why. I've just said my spirit guys just turned around to me and said Angel Answers. I don't know why. As soon as I hear that lady's name, I get a shooting pain here, like a headache type. Like a throb. That's the only way I can explain it. I don't know why, but it's just the way I feel. So what was the name again? Linda.
Linda Culverhouse.
Linda. Right. So these are more questions than anything else. Like these are more answers to questions, but I don't know why. I just feel very drawn to it.
Just putting that. Sorry, Phil. Just putting that up because Rob's posted the link to Crystal Seekers.
Oh, right.
So if anybody's interested in popping over and having a look at and getting some crystals, pop over and see Rob. I have to be a little bit wary of that one because I work with the Paranormal Sisters and the Charity Warriors. You see that they also have a crystal thing, so I have to be a little bit on the fence with that one. Do you know what I
mean? Fair enough, mate.
I'm never at the end of it.
So I've drawn one card for Linda, and it says "Take action," and I feel like saying. I feel like saying I don't really do much for myself. It feels like very much as the fact that I'm doing stuff for everyone else. It's always, it makes me feel like very much you put everybody else forwards. That's the only way I can feel it. But I dropped a card on the floor. But it makes me feel like take action, do something for yourself, do something that you enjoy personally. And obviously, and it makes me feel like doing something physically, not just. Because to me, obviously, you're watching this, obviously, you enjoy it and stuff like that. So that's obviously a bit of time for yourself and obviously supporting us guys, which we're very grateful for. But I feel like saying do something for you. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense to you, Dan, the way I'm trying to explain it? Because it makes me feel like you've got to do something with your hands, do something that you enjoy, and just even if it's for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, just do something because it's making me feel like I need to take action. I need to do something. And that's what the one card says. These are very beautiful cards. These are. So again, it's very much like the unicorn, the flying like a Pegasus. And then the last one I've got for you, my love, is the Four of Michael, and it says insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, seek relief from stress. So at the moment, obviously, it says it is for me. It's like the card, do something differently. It also makes me want to say as well, relax, try meditation. If you can't do a meditation, fair enough, but try and sleep. If you need to sleep, need to have a rest, then do it. A lot of people, like with myself, I'm currently being investigated for fibro, and all of a sudden, 1 minute I could be absolutely fine, the next I need to get sleep. I'm so drained, and obviously doing exercise out in the sun, you know, obviously ain't the best thing. But sometimes I could just sit here at the computer doing some like videos and stuff like that. I could just go all of a sudden, Kate, I need to go to bed. I'm tired. I've gone very tired. I'm like this. So it's about having that, you know, take time out for yourself, look after yourself, have some sleep or have some time off and do stuff that you personally want to do. I know as much as it's hard because you might say I want to go out and stuff like that. Obviously you can go out and have the exercise and stuff like that, but it just makes me feel while you're at home, do something that you actually want to do. You know, do something crafty. So that's what it says. Or have some sleep, get some sleep down. Yeah. So hopefully that makes sense to you.
So sorry to be a pain, mate.
That's right, mate.
I'm just to be fair. I'm just going to also post the other crystals page that I obviously linked with me, just so everybody's got it there as well. Yeah. So if anybody's interested, please pop over to not just Crystal Seekers, but also pop and have a little look at the Crystal Sanctum as well.
Yeah. But that's the thing, mate. We're all together. We will all support each other and help each other out, won't we?
Definitely. So that's
all the time, and I am on tablet for my head. I don't get that last bit down. Tablet for my head. Does that mean tablets for?
She's taking tablets for some sort of head issue. You know.
Right. Okay. So for me, it's rest. You need to rest. Need to sleep. Obviously, you've just said it, and the cards have just said it as well. So the angels that have good intentions never lie. It's like I was watching Little Britain earlier because they've done it, have they? They brought it back, haven't they? It's like,
is it back on?
Yeah, apparently they're doing like a night.
I know they're on about doing it again, but I was wondering, I'm not sure when it's coming back.
It's on Facebook. There's doing like little clips, and that bloke always makes me laugh. And that like, oh well, yeah, really a psychic is he's more hypno.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, Linda Colbert says headaches really bad.
Okay, so to me, it's obviously if you're feeling tired, then rest and do something for yourself, even if it's like an hour's sleep. Like today, I know I was a bit selfish today, but when I couldn't get out of bed, I physically couldn't. And Callie came up to me, she goes, "You are red hot," like I was burning up. But you've got to do what's best for you.
Your body's going to tell you what you need, isn't it? So,
yeah, so just don't be afraid to fall asleep if you need to go to sleep. And sometimes, like, sometimes I hate falling asleep at night when I watch like John and stuff like that. All of a sudden it gets interesting, and there's me going, well, I'm like, oh, yeah. But it's just the fact of don't worry. You can always watch it back. I don't know why I'm saying this, but it just feels like that. But Linda, take sleep, man. Enjoy your sleep, rest, get your feet up, and enjoy. Hey, Rob Skull
in the house.
Skull.
There we go.
So
I just got reminded by my caretaker mod for the night, Dawn. Say hi, Rob. Yeah, so we've got two lovely ladies sitting in the studio at the moment in the back, and we're just going to jump straight over to Vicky, patiently waiting. So coming with Vicky coming on the screen, it's like being back at home for me. So Vicky's a Gloucester girl.
Gloucester.
How you doing?
Church, eh? Sorry.
I've got a couple of questions. I don't know if you can help me with. I've been poorly quite recently, as Dan may know, and also I've Romany Gypsy background, and I'm not psychic, but I do feel quite sensitive. And I was just wondering, really, if you could do a reading, if you could see anything, or how I can encourage that.
Okay, so picking up things and stuff like that. Some people have like an epiphany, if you call it that, or a spiritual awakening, depends. Sometimes I say is go to spiritual classes. You can do like I don't know, say if you can do a local circle that feels right, do it, because what's happening now is that sometimes your aura, I don't know do you know about auras and your energy fields and stuff like that? So yeah, okay, brilliant. So sometimes it's the fact that your aura is spreading out that much, sometimes you don't even realize it, and as it's spreading out, it's picking up on things. So it's like sort of having a link to energy and stuff like that. So there's many ways. If you don't want to do that, when you say you're busy, like me, when I get to Murray Hill, I cannot be open, because when I go around there, it's weird because I see people in different forms. I see them in very much like, I could tell who's evil. I can feel like negative energy and evilness from them and stuff like that. So sometimes it's again, you can close it off. So imagine you're closing the door if you want. That's if you want to. That's not up to you. So if you want to expand on that and you want to learn many things, then obviously try and find yourself a circle. Now you can get spiritist churches, but they will only teach you what they want to teach you and what they. So if I was you, I'm not being nasty to any spiritual churches or anything like that. It's just the fact of the SNU only teach you certain things because that's the way they are. That's just one of them. But if you go to like someone like me or John Sixth Sense or or some other mediums that do subscriptions or anything like that, we teach many different things. And even if you go to a circle, don't be afraid to ask. Get that information. Information is power. Read on books. Even listen to audio books. Like sometimes I can't read. Sometimes I sit there and like, well, these words are just mismatched. So don't forget you got YouTube. YouTube is one of the most amazing and amazing tools on the internet because you can get it for free.
Yeah.
So, put your energy fields. But if I was you, if you're expanding yourself and you want to do it, make sure you're always protected. So just make sure that if you do feel low or any negative energies, don't forget to say cut the cords, because you might still have a lingering negative energy that's feeding off you to feed that energy. So
I've got cancer, so that can be a bit of a leech, but it seems to have got stronger since then.
So you got cancer, did you say? Sorry.
Yeah, and it seems to have got stronger since then.
Oh, blimey! I'm sorry to hear that, my love. I'll send you love and light. I'll send you a lot of healing to you. Sorry.
Positive mind, I think, keeps me going.
That's it. And I think as well, for the fact of, oh God, don't take this. Please do not take this the wrong way. I'm not going to say anything offensive, so don't worry. But like I've died and I've come back. The closer you know what I mean, to that spirit world, you get closer to it in the forms of that. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say? You also get heightened. Your senses start getting heightened, and your senses start becoming, because it doesn't mean you're going to die or anything like that. Far from it. It just means that the fact that you're getting, okay, I'll be honest. I did something really silly. I died, and then my dad. Okay, I tell you, my dad hit me in the throat. I went to cardiac arrest and died. I got brought back. was doing MMA training, so sort of, yeah, my own fault to a certain degree. But what it does, I don't know how, but death, see, when the closer you get to death, I find the more heightened your senses go, the more sensitive you get, the more things that come to you. Now, for me, every day, you know, how do I explain it? Deep down, I fight with myself because I do want to die. And I do want to say, right, if I could take somebody else's pain away, then give it to me and do that, so somebody else can, you know what I mean. So to be, that's another way of a spiritual connection. The second one is, well, also,
I'm a counsellor by trade, so I understand totally what you mean about taking the pain away.
Yeah. So you got to be careful as well being a counsellor, because the fact of I can see you're a very good soul and a very good heart. I can see it. I can see it's a bit cracked at the moment, your heart, because obviously it's quite a lot of pain that I feel like you're going through quite a little bit of pain by looking at you, giving me, giving that energy. But what I want you to say is, obviously being a counsellor, thank you for doing that because you're helping so many people out. And second of all is the fact of don't take their energy. I know it sounds really, really bad, but don't forget, you need, at this moment in time, you need as much energy as you can. So don't be afraid to absorb energy from Mother Nature. Get yourself in the garden, and even if you just sit there and put your hands on the floor and say, Mother Nature, can I have some of your energy, your healing energy? That's another way of doing it, and it will also top you up as well. The next one is obviously counselling. Now, so when I speak to some people who message me now and again, I feel very sad. I actually sometimes need a good cry afterwards, because what's happened is their energy, I've connected to their energy, I've taken their energy, and it's really, really affected me. So I need to sort of go, right, okay, if you want to connect to that energy, do it. I can't, you know, it's up to you, you know. But this is what I love about, obviously, if you're taking like the angelic terms, you've got a choice. So if you do take it on, don't forget to say afterwards, cut the cords. I have got an energy cleansing prayer if you do want it. If you do want it, I don't know if you want to message me or something like that, or message Dan. I'll send it to Dan. But what it does, it says, I am now choosing to cleanse myself and all energies all around me. It's something on that lines anyway. And what it does, it doesn't just cleanse your aura; it cleanses the energy as well. So it clears your aura, clears the energy, and don't forget, because you're obviously, I'm really sorry to hear, and I'm very, I'll send you lots of healing to you. Obviously, what you're going through, don't forget to do it at night, because you don't realize how much energy we take, even if our bodies are in pain. You know what I mean? You're still feeling that. Again, I always take a pain energy as a negative energy, because obviously the body's, you want to feel good and stuff like that. You want to be pain free. So what I want you to do before you go to bed is, I'll send the prayer over. Say this prayer every night, so it cleanses the energy. And don't be afraid to ask for healing as well. And I know, to me, it feels very much the other fact of, you want to ask for yourself. You'd ask for, you'd ask it for everybody else first. But what I want you to do, I want you to focus on you. I want you to focus on you, right? I want you to get that energy in. Feel that energy, use the cleansing prayer, and don't be afraid. If you don't believe in angels, whatever, don't be afraid to ask for, don't be afraid to ask for the healing energy, because you need it. And don't be afraid to not give people your energy, because at this moment in time in life, you need to keep not being nasty to anyone. You need to keep your energy topped up. Crystals, get yourself the angels. Put another good one, a good way. I don't know, this one of my angel guide has just said to me, if you go on to YouTube and type in Archangel Raphael healing music, it pumps the frequency. If you put that in your sleep, you don't have to have it on loud, or it's up to you. I know some people can't sleep with it, but even if you just lie there for 10 minutes, just say, please send that healing. Can you come in and heal me? Because I do see 3 people connected to you want to give you healing. So if you say it out loud or say it in your mind, what you're doing, you're giving that good intentions to accept it. So I want you just to say, yes, please can I have the healing. Please, can you give me the healing? Put the frequency music on. And honestly, I've done it when my wife's been asleep upstairs. I've just put some frequency music on and left it on. And I'll tell you what, the next day I feel bloody ripe as rain. But don't. I know it sounds really selfish, and obviously, I done it. Yeah, I want you to focus on yourself. Don't give your energy out. You've got to keep your energy at the moment in time. Get that healing energy, because I do feel it is going to definitely work. But please, please, please do not give your energy out, and do not accept other people's energy. Put that barrier up first. So you don't touch or attract any negative energy that might affect you. Please accept the healing, because there's a lot of healing being sent to you. And yeah,
that's great.
Vicky, what I've done is you might see.
Oh, go on.
Right there is helping me get through. You know, it's not the end as far as I'm concerned. So I'm not a negative thing, but I'll keep going.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. We've just had Layla has just put as well 111 watching Phil, positive angel numbers. I don't know why. I was very drawn to that one, and I'm going to look it up now. I can't remember because my memory is so crap. So 111 symbolizes the principles of spiritual awakening and enlightenment, high energy, inspiration and intuition, self-expression and sensitivity. So that message for you is obviously like we've said. I don't know why. Give me 1 sec. I know. Oh, sorry, Dan, for being so.
That's fine, buddy. While you're doing that, Phil, Vicky, I've just I know I looked down a few times and I was looking at my phone a few times, right? The reason I was doing that, I wasn't being ignorant or anything. What I was just doing was I was just sending a message to, you might know of Lynn Sindri, who's from Gloucester. She used to do all the Ghost Walk share. So I sent Lynn a message just asking her if she'd come on, because there's somebody on here that might be good for you to be in contact with, sorry, I should say, obviously yourself, because Lynn is the best person in Gloucester who would know about any circles or anybody. Do you know what I mean? Lynn knows everybody in Gloucester with regards to the paranormal side of things. So Lynn's the most ideal person to speak to about that. You are friends with her, yeah?
I know her, but not very well personally. So that link would be great.
Yeah, I would probably friend request her. I'll send her a message as well and say that you're going to maybe friend request her. But it's worthwhile because whether you're Matson.
Well, I've moved now. I'm Central Gloucester, so.
Oh, you're Central Gloucester now. Okay, so I know that one of the spiritualist churches used to be off Brunswick Road.
That's right. It's moved, hasn't it? I think, is it not?
I don't know. I've not lived in Gloucester for 3.5 years, so it's yeah. So it's you know, it's I don't know a lot of what's going on there at the moment. Every time I've been up there recently, it's changed even more. So just
you know, like gimmicky ghost tours, which I'm not really into. You know,
yeah.
Scientific sense as we've tried before, but yeah.
Well, Lynn used to do the ghost tours, but she sold up. Yeah. But Lynn's the one to speak to in that respect, with regards to them. So I'll get, if Lynn doesn't pop on here now, she doesn't read my message, I'll send her a link to your your profile if you want, and get her to give you a message.
Yeah, thanks,
right. Before you go, I draw you a fairy card. A fairy card, and it says Queen of Spring. It says brilliant, loyal, talented, and friendly. And it says, believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and home life. So but for me, it's about that. People want to work with you spiritually. Oh, no, I've got this. So people want to work with you spiritually. So accept the love and the light and the healing, and just, you are fantastic. And always remember that.
Oh, thank you. You've been great help, both of you.
Oh, yes, sir.
See you again.
Yes, speak to you soon.
And I'll see you again. I'll add the spiritual gifts onto my thing.
Oh, yes, sir.
You
know what made me laugh about one thing, Dan? I gotta say, right? My page, and it makes me laugh when people call me the spiritual gift. My page was originally for you to be the spiritual gift, not for me.
Right.
I called it "Be the Spiritual Gift," sort of like what's it called? Jim Carrey's film when he becomes God.
I remember that. Yeah, God Almighty.
That's it. It's sort of like the same message that he sort of says, you be the spiritual gift, not me. You be it, because I believe everybody has got a gift and we can all do amazing things with it. Some people choose to do dark things, some people choose to do light things, but I always say, pick the light and be the spiritual gift, my friend, and that's what you're being.
There we go. And whilst you're there right now, I have literally just messaged Lynn with your profile, just so she can hopefully message you with any circles in your area. All right.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks.
No worries at all. See you soon, Vicky. All right.
See you soon. God bless.
All right. Vicky, basically, what's that? Oh, hello. We've got Deborah Barnes. There we go.
Hello.
I clicked on a bit quick there, Deborah. Sorry about that. A bit of a surprise for you. Very quick, just before we introduce Deborah properly. Vicky, she messaged me a couple of years ago about getting involved with my team. because I was local to her, and because she was very ill at the time with obviously the cancer side of things. She unfortunately she wasn't able to come out with us. But when I spoke to her the other week, and I put her on to a local paranormal group in the area. So I'm hoping that Roddy and Vicky get together, and Roddy's able to take Vicky out sometimes. So because she deserves it. She's obviously been cooped up with things for too long.
Yeah.
So, Deborah, how are we?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. And you guys?
Yes, thank you. Very good, thank you. It always gets a bit warm in this room of mine. I'm really gonna be hating it at Christmas. It's Christmas, sorry. In the summer kicks in a bit more.
Yeah.
So,
thank you. Thank you, you guys. I've watched you quite a lot, and you share quite a lot of love, and I think it's really good. So I'd like to say thank you.
Oh, that's lovely for you to say. Thank you, Deborah. Yeah. As I said earlier, I find it very awkward because this side of it is not something that I ever thought I would be any good at or could do. And sometimes I come on, it's like earlier when I messaged Phil and I said, you still all right for tonight, mate? And he comes back saying, yeah, no worries. And I'm like thinking to myself, Christ, what am I gonna speak to Phil about? What am I gonna ask?
You can ask me anything, mate, but I ain't gonna tell you it.
The thing is, I mean, excuse the terminology, but really we just come on, we talk a load of drivel, and we basically then speak to people and have a chat. And some of the guests come on and do a bit of a few readings or something, and we tend to while away a couple of hours worth of because I just looked at the clock. I mean, the last time I looked at the clock on here, it said an hour and 15 minutes. It's now at an hour and 41. So it's gone by very, very quickly. But that's, I think, is when that it's it's all going pretty well, because the time just flies by.
Yeah, definitely, man. And it's good thing about as well. We're sending out that positivity, man. There's so much negativity in the world. You put the news on. I don't watch TV anymore. I don't watch TV because it's just full of me personally. I don't know about yourself, Dan, or you, Deborah, or anybody else in the chat. It's negative, man. You got to have this. You got to buy this. You got to have this. Very materialistic and saying you can't live your life without it. And I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. Amen.
and that's the thing, man. That's what you say. Like, you don't know what to say, Dan. But we've come on. We've helped so many people. We've had a good chat.
Yeah.
You can ask me any questions you want, anything, and me and Dan will help out. And the thing is, this is what I love about when the paranormal community comes together. Like, I've got no issue with anyone. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if they hurt me, I'll just go, you know what, I bothered, and just block them, and that's it. Forget it for the rest of my life. But this is the beautiful thing, is that we've shown, obviously, we can all come together in love and light. Even if you don't like people, we can still come together. It's all about having fun, and it's just about trying to I always say on my lives, let's raise people up, man. Let's not put them down. There's too many people easy to scrutinize people and stuff like that. Obviously we get trolls, though, we Dan.
Do you know what? I gotta be honest with you, Phil. Right, I hate the word troll. I really don't like. I don't hate many things in life, and I don't hate any people as such. But I don't. One of the things, if I was going to say I hate anything, I hate the use of the word troll and haters all the time, because the sad side to the internet is the moment you say something negative, you're a troll or a hater, and I think that's the biggest problem. I just think that if you follow a page, if you follow a person, or if you follow a group, you're a follower. You like them. You're somebody who wants to come and watch those people. You're a follower. That doesn't mean you're like a sheep or anything like that. But you follow them because you like what you see and what they do. So, but if you if you don't like what they do, just don't follow them. You don't have to say something negative or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know I've opened my mouth a little bit recently with other with regards to other groups and stuff, but I'm I have my little conscience, which is Trisha, sits on my shoulder. She's in the chat usually. She sits on, she stands on the other end of the phone and shouts at me if I say something I shouldn't say. But I just think that the worst words that are thrown around so much at the moment is troll, especially. Do you know what I'm saying?
I always say to people as well, like when they follow and they say like, oh, you know, I'm a fan of yours, and I get like top fan badges and stuff like that. I laugh at it. I do because they say like, why are you laughing? I said because you're not my fans, man. You're my friend. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? You're not my fans, you're my friends. At the end of the day, we're all together, we're all equal, we're all one big community, and this is what I love. Like, you know, obviously, you know, it was a dupe and everything like that, but it still showed, you know, John, Dave, you, Dan, me, you know, it just showed in the paranormal community and what a fantastic group of people who do follow us and not our, obviously, you know, sorry to say it, Dan, trolls or anything like that. But it just shows, right, how much love there is. You know what I mean? And even if you shine a little bit of love, it can still beat any darkness that's out there.
Yeah.
The one thing I have to say though is your mum in spirit.
No.
No, okay then. So sorry, because there's a lady. I don't know why. There's a lady, and the way if I shut my eyes, I can see her clear as day, and she's there like with a hanky in her hand, and it feels like I'm saying try with a hanky man. I'm blowing a kiss. I don't know, but it's not to me. It's to you. I don't know who. I don't know who this lady is, but it makes me feel very motherly. That's the only way I can explain it. Because I thought it was. To me, it felt like a mom type of energy, but she just shows me with like a typical. The only way I can describe it as old school, you know, when they got the hanky sort of like in the sleeve like type of thing, and it shows me sort of they're like waving like that, but it's like a wave like that, and then blowing a kiss. The symbol to me when you blow a kiss, it means far distance love. They're sending you a far distance love, but. I don't know who the lady is. I can't pick up her name or anything. I can see her. She's very similar to yourself, but she's very, very quite a nice lady. I do find her quite a nice lady in spirit. But like I said, she does that. She goes like that, but blows it. And to me, it's always a far distance love.
Bless. Yeah. Oh.
I don't know who it is. I don't know what, but that's what I've just got in my head.
Bless. I've worked in care homes and worked with a lot of people, and they've always, you know, I've always connected with them, and and sometimes I do feel them, or they're in my head, or you know, the people that have passed on.
Ah, right, okay, because it just makes me feel like a mother to you, like sort of like I see you as like as a daughter type of figure, and it just made me feel like there's like a I don't know why, it just makes me feel like there's a hanky there, and then I have it in my hand, and it's like that, and then blowing a kiss, like
maybe my nana or someone like that.
I'm trying to ask for more information, but they just said I just send
it. That
was it. Like, come on,
I shall take that.
Take the love. That's
I'm taking the love. Yeah.
Though, Deborah, the thing is though, those small little bits of information like that, those small little things, you know, you might find, you know, it could be an hour, it could be a day, it could be a week, it could be a month later, and all of a sudden you'll go,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
That's it. I mean, I've had a few on occasions where I've had, you could say, you know, when you turn up to a place or something happens and you're like, you have that kind of deja vu moment.
Yeah.
I've had that like sort of a premonition moment. I mean, I was 14. What a lot of people don't realize is when I don't know about me was when I was 14, I had a chip pan explode on me. I basically what happened is that we were my mum was working and me and my brothers were at home, and my mum didn't use a proper chip pan. She used a lidless pressure cooker with the fat in the bottom, and it didn't have a lid on it, so it was the pressure cooker, but she didn't use the lid, so it was open at the top. And what it was, I asked my older brother, I said to him, can you make me some chips, because I didn't know what I was doing, and he said no. He's like a really nice older brother, and he said no, and I was of course like, all right, well, I want some chips. So I turned around and I put the hob on, gas hob, I had the pan on there, right, with the oil in, obviously, put the chips in the pan to go into the actual the saucepan type bit, and left it a couple of minutes and then just stuck them in, and nothing happened. So of course I'm stood there for a while thinking, what's going on? There's no bubbles, no nothing. So then I got the handle for the pan bit that goes inside, and I went to go and pull them out, but then I had this premonition that it was going to explode. And as I lifted it out, I turned, and as I lifted it and I turned, it went boom, and all the fat come flying out. What happened is that when I put the chips in, it was relatively cool fat. The oil was. As I pulled it out, turns out there's a block of ice in with the chips, and as I pulled it out, the oil was hot enough. It reacted with the ice. I lost all my hair down the side of my head at one. I was burnt all down the side of my head and behind my ear. Fortunately, I wasn't scarred, but it hit me smack in the side of the head and face. And it went down my arm and my shoulder. So I've got a tattoo on this arm, and in the middle of that is an old is a tiny little tattoo. It was my first one I ever had. And what happened was, when I was 18, I had that little tiny first ever tattoo. The woman who was doing it, she hit a tender spot, and for the world's smallest tattoo it was. I'm not joking. It was tiny little tiny symbol. And I literally, as she was doing the outline, I just hit the deck, and all I remember was waking up, lying on the floor in the gents' toilets, because they dragged me in there to put water on me and use smelling salts and stuff on me. And but it's because she hit a tender spot. But as I say, I turned, it hit the side of my head, all down the back of my ear, all down my shoulder, down my arm. And fortunately, I'm not scarred. But I still had scar tissue under, because Vicky, who does my most of my tattoos that I have, all this, when she was doing that cover up, she could feel it. She could feel the scar tissue. So it's, when you think about premonitions, obviously I saw that before it happened, and then I was working the one day, and I was sat down the side of this this PC World in Cheltenham it was at the time, and I was sat there, and all of a sudden I'm having this deja vu of the fact that I'd been there before. And I used to get it quite a lot when I was younger. I used to, just daydream about somewhere, and then a while later I would then be there. Do you know what I mean? It's very strange,
The one thing, mate, I did see a tattoo. Have you got the tattoo of the Harry Potter on your left hand?
Sorry, I'm sorry. Lynn's taken me up and cut. She's taken. Yes, you are scarred, Dan. When you kissed me, I did not kiss you, Lynn. You attacked me and you tried to eat me. It was Lynn's lovely. She is lovely. Lynn is, but I'm not joking. I can't even remember what it was for. I think she was dead or something, or she lost a bet or something, and she had to come in, and somebody turned around and said she had to come and snog me, and all of a sudden she comes over, and it was like, it was like sorry, Phil.
You loved it there, mate. You loved it.
Lynn says so much saying it was a dare. That was pre-beard though. That was pre-beard. Sorry, Phil, you were saying.
No, it's all right. It's all right, mate. Have you got the Harry Potter symbol on your left hand?
That hand, yeah.
I thought so. That's the elder. Was it the elder wand? The stone.
Yeah, it's the
in the cloak of invisibility.
Now, isn't it?
Three brothers, but I can't remember what it is. Can't remember what it's called.
Do you know what? My brain's just literally gone as well. I know. Somebody, Elaine Farrell's just said, "Look how red Dan's gone."
What's another kiss?
Yes.
Do you know what? I've got to find out what it's called now. I forgot. My brain's decided it's going to the Deathly Hallows. That was it. The Deathly Hallows symbol. So yeah, it simulates. So you've got the Elder Wand, you've got the Philosopher's Stone, and then you've got the Cloak of Invisibility.
That's it. Yeah.
Dan, you're getting redder and redder. Your ears are going.
In your face.
My goodness.
Hey, the crazy thing is most people would actually say I look better now with the beard than I did before. So
I have not a clue, mate. I've never seen. I don't think I've. Actually, you sent it to John, didn't you? The photo.
I did as a joke. Yeah, I sent it to John. I'll tell you what. If I've still got the photo now, I'll put it. I'll see if I can show people.
While you're doing it, Dan, I've got a card, if that's all right, mate.
Yeah, go for it, buddy.
So the card I got for yourself, again, it's a very good one, very positive. Is the Sun, and it's Archangel Uriel. And again, life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring successes. For me, it's about the fact that I feel very much they're giving you more gratitude than anything else. I feel very much they're saying that it's more like saying a thank you to you more than anything else. That's how I feel with this one. It feels like very much like saying thank you for helping and shining the light for people.
It's for you, Deborah.
Oh, is it for me?
Yeah, it's for you.
Oh, that's lovely.
I feel very much as like you're sort of the light in people's lives, and that you bring happiness and joy and good vibes. That's how I feel with that one. That's how I feel with that one. I did pull out another one, but that one's for. Is it Dawn? Is Dawn your mod by any chance?
No, Dawn is actually John's mod.
Was it John's mod?
Yeah. But Dawn's she's a self-proclaimed temporary mod for the night.
Then it's only because, mate, because it's again it's weird because you've seen me. I always shuffle cards, and it's come out for Dawn. It's the 8 of Raphael again. We had earlier, and it says there is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you. A spiritual request. But for me, for you, Dawn, it's more the fact of a spiritual journey. It feels like you're going to be spiritually enhancing yourself, if you call it that way. It makes you feel that you have got a gift, but I do feel healing from it, from that gift, Dawn. I do feel a lot of healing from you. But it also shows me the fact of, it feels like, I don't know, I just feel like you're just going to enhance your gift. I don't know if you use it, I don't know if you know about it, but it just feels like you're going to enhance your gift.
Well, I've got Nat Sanderson saying, show us all, Dan. I don't know if anybody can see that there.
Is that you? Get lost.
That never is you.
10 years ago. That's my mum's wedding 10 years ago.
No way.
Yeah.
Matt, yeah, I love the beard.
That's shocking, isn't it?
That's shocking. Definitely you should trademark.
I'll tell you what though, right? If you want to see, this is me 20 years ago, right? Don't know if you can see.
Hey, he's all right, little pretty boy, yeah?
That was me 20 years ago.
I can't really see it very well.
It's not the easiest to see because it's on a phone screen, but
Cool.
that picture's on my profile actually. Anybody can see it. But yeah, well, 20 years ago that picture. I was 21 years ago, I should say. I was 18 then, and yeah, I was a bit naughty when I was 18. I was a bit of a ladies' man. I say a ladies' man.
Don't let too many secrets out.
Let's just say there's a reason why I stopped drinking spirits as such. Excuse the terminology for the spirits, excuse the pun, but there's a reason I stopped drinking spirits, and that's because I was never very should we say I was never very faithful. So, and
you're digging yourself a grave.
I know. But if anybody looks at my profile picture on Facebook now, I mean, you know, Trisha actually took this profile picture for me. She actually took the picture outside. It's an old abandoned church in Merthyr Tydfil. So she actually took this photo for me. We were just out and about, and we were having a butcher's at some place. I don't know if anybody can see that, but you know, I just black and whited it, and you know. But
you look like a mafia boss there, man.
I know. But yeah, certainly. When I was back in Gloucester, I should say, I never had a beard then. I never felt I looked any good, and I've never been a fan of the way I look myself. But I certainly prefer the beard than I do. You know,
it's your trademark. You got to keep it your trademark, mate.
That's it. I don't know. As I say, I don't normally wear hats. It's only because I can't get to hairdressers and have my hair done.
But you obviously don't, because you need to accept your look and move on.
Yeah,
right.
That's it.
And then you're at peace with yourself.
That's it. I mean, I will say that I feel more comfortable in myself nowadays than I did back when I was back in Gloucester. You know, not because of where I was in Gloucester. It was just really like, you know, I was in a not very good relationship when I was there. So, you know, and
they're all learning curves, aren't they?
That's it. So
just to the loo a sec, mate. I'm like John. I need to get to the loo.
I'm sat here with my new co-host Deborah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, Layla Louise actually says, "Oh, I love Deborah's laugh. It's contagious."
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm a bit.
We got Elaine Farrell saying, "Dan, you look different. Different person on each photo. God, you don't even want to see my driving license photo. I can tell you that much now."
Neither mine.
Because I was talking to Natalie Jane earlier, and I sent her the picture off my driving license, and she can confirm that I look like a convict. So, bear in mind that picture was taken. God, that picture of my driving license. I think I was, oh God, let me think. I think I was about 19, well, about 20, 21 at the time, something like that. I put on a little bit of weight at that point, and then, you know, when I was 17, 18, when that second photo you saw of me from 20 or 21 years ago, I was actually stood next to my then girlfriend in that photo. And yeah, I was in the Air Cadets. I was from the age of I was in the Air Cadets from the age of 13 through till I was 20, and I always wanted to join the RAF, and when I was younger, you see, it was one of the things I used to. I couldn't join the RAF because of a heart condition I have. I was born with a murmur, basically, and that developed into something else. But it's something that won't affect, that shouldn't affect me, they say. But it's you know, so of course when I was in my teens, I was doing you know, I was doing my Air Cadets and things. I was a little bit naughty, and of course if I had a drink as well.
That terrible drink. It's a good excuse.
let's just say, I mean, you know, I was a bit naughty, and you know, I did sort of play the field a little bit when I was younger, but since then, you know, I settled down when I was 23, and it was a case of, I mean, I haven't got any kids, but it's just a case of, you know, I was in a relationship for about 14 years, which wasn't a good one, and you know, since then I've just changed myself altogether, you know, so I'm not anything like I was when I was, you know, back then. So but
I think a lot of people can say that because you learn, don't you, by life. It sculpts you.
That's it. You know, I mean, I used to work you know, obviously I used to work in retail, and then I was an enforcement officer for a while because I lost my job in retail, so I took the first thing that came along. And you know, I back then I just did jobs that really just kind of paid the bills. And you know, since in the last 2 years, I've you know, I've changed to the point where I'm now, you know, I'm a business owner. You know, so I work for myself, which is one thing. Obviously, up until this point, this virus is business. Do you know what I mean? It's the business was doing pretty well, but unfortunately, with the virus side of things, it's meant that we had to close it down temporarily. I've done a few bits and pieces since it's all happened, but you know, keep things moving.
Yeah, my daughter-in-law's got the virus, but she's got no symptoms.
No,
she was because she's a carer, and they did a test, but I find that strange.
Yeah. People do say that, you know, you don't have any symptoms. You may not be showing symptoms, but you can be a carrier of the virus. I mean, I have, just to give you an idea, I have a blood issue. It's called hemochromatosis, and my body can't. It's only something that's been diagnosed in the last 12 months, and so what it is that my body can't get rid of the iron in it. So it's the kind of the complete opposite to being anemic. So whereas they don't have enough iron, I can't get rid of it.
So you're a pocket rocket.
I don't know about that. it's one of those things. It's annoying because I end up, you know, if I have to have treatment or something, the only treatment is to go and have a bag of blood removed, and that's it. So it's not very nice, but yeah, it's just one of those things where I've had to sort of try and work around and everything, you know. So, but yeah, Lynn's just dropped me in it there. I always say enforcement officer because that was my title, but Lynn's like, yeah, he was a traffic warden. I was Gloucestershire's.
I was thinking of a policeman or something, you know, like the.
I trained in civil enforcement for a period of time, and then I spent 6.5 years working in the parking side of it, and I spent 3.5 years on street and walking the streets of Gloucestershire. Sounds bad, that does, but and then I spent 3 years working. I spent 3 years working privately, but that just got to the point. That just got me to the point where I was just like, no, I've just got to, you know, I've got to do something for myself. I was working part-time, self-employed anyway, doing what I'm doing, do what I do now, my day job, and it was just a case of, you know, get out and make it full time. So which I did, you know, with the help of my father. He's helped me out a hell of a lot. My mum, she does the same thing. So she does so she makes curtains and blinds. She does. I sell curtains, blinds, and shutters. And
okay. I was wondering what your business was.
Yeah, and then I also have the clothing brand as well, so the Spook Clothing. So it's you know, just
entrepreneur.
That's it. That's what it says on me. That's what it says on my website. But I've just seen a comment on here. Where are we? Lynn Sindri says, "Oh my God, you look like a gangster." Thanks, Lynn. That's it. So Lynn turned around and said, "Yeah, I do look better now because you can see less of my ugly mug," she said. Elaine says, "Never lose a beard, Dan." No, I'm not going to lose a beard. I feel much better with it. Nat Sanderson said, "I look dashing." I can tell you now, I wasn't too keen on my mum's wedding. That was 10 years ago. That was as well. Oh my God. So I was not far off. I was turning 30 that year, and I hated the tie that she had us wearing. We all hated the ties that she had us wearing, but no, you know, but we did it. But yeah, so I've got my brother's wedding this year. My brother's wedding was supposed to have been last Saturday. So my brother, so they had to postpone, you see. So so they've now moved that to August the 1st. So I've got my 3-piece suit that I bought all sitting waiting for me to go and stick on for that. So yeah, but I can guarantee at that wedding I'm going to be looking totally different, because back then I didn't have all the tattoos and things as well. See, so my, you know, everything in that respect's changed about me. Layla Louise Stubbins says, "I look bigger. I looked older. Sorry, I looked bigger, but looked older without the beard." Lynn says, "Ha, ladies ran away from Dan." Where are we? So what we got here? So Gina Rutledge, "Dan, the colouring of your beard is very nice as well." Well, that's because that's all what was ginger originally. So all the grey hairs.
Yeah. Rob's asking you a question. He's saying about what's the biggest size you go up to in your range?
We've got 5XL in some things.
Wow.
There are some colours in t-shirts and hoodies that go up to 5XL.
Is that for men?
Yeah. No, it's unisex. I tend to the t-shirts and the hoodies tend to be unisex. On some of them, I put them up as ladies and then as men's, but they're basically it's the same t-shirts. It's just so, but they do go up in some of them. They go in some colors, I should say, they go up to 5XL. So
cool.
Yeah, they go all the way from. Yeah, we starting some items go down to extra small, some start at small, but then there's some that go up to only 2XL in colors wise, and some colors do 3, 4, 5XL. So I just seen a question on here which I'm not sure who it's for. Where was it? Libby Connolly saying pocket rocket, laughing. No, Donna McTaggart says no. Nobody likes traffic wardens. I can tell you this much now. I wasn't very much liked in mine. I'm that sort of person. Always did my job properly.
So you're a person, the one that never smiled, just looked while you're writing out your ticket.
This is Lynn. He stood talking to me one day, and I said to him, "Don't be standing next to me." Where are we? Kirk Parfit's just said he's just had a call with Drew. That's brilliant. I'm glad he's got hold of you, Kirk. Elaine McMillan says she has the same blood issue as me, so it's not really a massive issue as such. It's just annoying, and I think Ellen will agree with this. It's annoying because the blood. I was just explaining, Phil, that I've got what's called hemochromatosis, which means that you get too much iron in your body, and your body can't get rid of it. Right. So it's the opposite to anemia. So the symptoms between both are very similar. But you know, I suffer with memory lapses and dizzy spells and things like that as well. You know, and then you get what they call iron fist syndrome, which is iron deposits in your joints, so you get the feeling of osteoarthritis.
Oh gosh.
So it can be very painful sometimes. It's like, for example, about 5-6 months ago, I did my ankle ligaments, and the pain is, you know, even now. I get up in the morning and my ankles both, because I did my other one about 10 years ago as well. Well, a bit more than that ago. And even now, both of them now are really bad in the mornings, but a lot of it's because of that iron deposits.
Yeah.
But there's no real treatment to it at all other than going to the hospital when I need it.
Do you have to have a diet, like a restriction on like red meat and all that?
No. The doctor said to me about it. I said about that, and the doctor said you'd have for your diet to affect it so much. You probably have to eat a whole cow in one go.
Oh, so right.
It can like, you know, it can take months for it to build up to a point where you need treatment. But now I'm in you know, so what it is with it, you go along and they take you to a point where. Yeah, they take you they take so much blood out of you like every week or 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and they take a bag out of you every 2 week or 2 weeks to start with, and you go along until and every 4 bags they test you to see what the levels are, and then you end up going from there. Once you get below a certain level, you have to then you go on to onto a 3 monthly basis. So every 3 months you go and have a blood test. They check you out, check out what your levels are, and then. You know, if you need to have more a bag of blood taken, they take it, but they can't. I was just seeing on there was a question on there: can you donate blood? Can you donate from it? Excuse me. Basically, it's a case of yes, you can. I can't because I got tattoos, but you can with it. It's just the fact that you've you know. You've got a lot of iron in your body. If your levels are low enough, they will take it from you. But they literally can't give it to me, because some people say, "Oh, can you just can somebody with anemia be given it?" And the answer to that is no, because the levels are so high. It's too high to be given as a donor. You know. Okay. So Dawn Thay, sorry. Good night, lovely. Thank you very much for coming on. Yeah, Deborah, it's been lovely to have you on. Co-hosting with me while went off and had a pee.
Phil, I'll message you for a reading. So
I can say this. Just drop me a message and I'll get you booked in.
Lynn's a nutter, I tell you, she's funny. But Deborah, I tell you what, Deborah, you remind me a lot of Lynn. Actually, you do remind me of Lynn. So you've got the same sort of personality. So. And I can tell you now, similar laugh as well. So, Deborah, thank you very much for coming on. You've been an absolute legend. And
thank you, and thank you guys for what you do.
Oh, that's lovely.
You know, it's brilliant.
We can only do it with people like yourself watching. You know, so
well, it was John's sixth sense that's put me through to you guys. So, if it wasn't for John to open up. The world, I wouldn't probably be listening to you guys and taking on what you say or interested in what you say.
Like I said to John, Deborah, the fact is John's helped out, and the thing is that we can be mates and help him when he needs it, but we can also take him helping us and we can pay it forward and help other people. And if we can help people like yourself by just having you on and having a good old chinwag with you and bringing other people on, then and just being here just to have a gas bag like we are, and with people like Phil coming on.
I know you can't get a word in edgeways here, can you?
No.
Dan's the man.
But I think what it is, I just think that if you're able to pay it forward like what we're trying to do, just to help others out, then that's the best way to do it, and that's the best way to pay John back as well for doing what he does for us.
It's been grateful. I'm grateful for everything. Thank you.
But
thank you.
Without people like yourself coming on, Deborah, we wouldn't have the people watching us. So it's the people coming on to watch us that are actually the ones that make us, make our pages what they are. So
thank you to everybody as well. Thank you to you as well, Dan.
Cheers, Phil. Thank you very much yourself. But Deborah, lovely to see you, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. All right.
Take care, you guys.
Cheers,
Bye.
Right. So one last person coming in before we go, because we've been on for quite a while, a lot longer than I thought we would. Where are we? Just very quickly before he comes on. Carolyn Gilchrist very quickly says, "Hi Phil, can you sense anything small for her, please?"
Okay, so I'll ask the cards. There
we go.
Yes.
Julie Sankey, I'll put that back up. #6 Sense family. I miss John. There we go. While Phil's doing that, I'll just remind everybody, if you with Sam, who was on earlier, Sam Harley Williams, her little boy Harley, there's a range of clothing now on spookedclothing.com. If anybody wants to go over there and have a look, and if you want to buy any of it, any of the profits from those items will go straight into the GoFundMe that's been set up, and all that money will then most of that money is going to be going to helping out Alder Hay Hospital and the bereavement centre there, and then some of it's going to go towards setting up professionally doing a remembrance garden for little Harley. So over to you, Phil.
Which is all beautiful, isn't it? So the one thing I've got to say is I still feel deep down like I'm a kid. I don't know why. I just feel like I don't know why. I feel like a very kid's energy, and obviously, I can't tell if it's in spirit or not. And the picture obviously shows a baby. This is the thing with me. I don't try and go anywhere near anybody when I do readings and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just pick the name and see what I feel. But I can't tell, but I could just see somebody like if I had to explain it, spirit to give me an image of a little girl sort of with brown long hair, darkish brown long hair, sort of skipping around in a circle. And I don't know if I can't tell if it's a memory or spirit. I can't tell. It's actually quite odd. But the one thing I want to say is it feels like still like remember being a child and still remember having fun. You can have the littlest things, just running, jogging, jumping, just moving, can bring you many, many joys and many, many fun. So I don't know why I feel like I had to say that, to be fair. The first card you've got is the 9 of Michael, and it says your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome and desire and release feelings of regret, guilt, worry to your angels. So obviously, like it says in there, it's a fact of, if I had to look at the picture itself, it's about don't let things get to you at night. That's it's trying my shot. That's it. Am I? Yep. I'm trying to get on this bloody Microsoft bloody so it says to me, it's the fact of don't let the worries and the stresses keep you up at night, because if you look at the child on there or the man, is it man? No, it looks like a young man. He's very stressed and sort of can't go to sleep. it's sort of worrying all the time. So they're saying trust yourself. You know, things ain't that. What would you call it? Say ain't that bad? Would you say? Knight of Gabriel. It's a very, very good positive female card as well. Confident, enthusiastic, courageous, and charisma. Charismatic, sorry. They've just corrected me then. So it shows me very much as the fact of going on a destination but being guided. It feels very much as being guided. I don't know where they're guiding you to, but as you can see, the angel in the sky is guiding the woman on the horse to go somewhere. And I can't tell if it's for training or it's for guidance of life. That's the only way I can explain it. So for me, it's about that. It feels like it's not now, but it feels like it's coming up to finding. What would you say? Sorry, Matt, I've got to speak to Matt. What would you say? It feels like I'm very intrigued in cards. That's what I'm saying to me. Is that right? Yeah. If it was very intrigued in cards, and I don't know why. There's a necklace. There's something about a necklace, something to be worn for protection, or it feels like something like a symbol of protection or something, or an entity of protection from a necklace. I can't understand why, but it makes it show me eyes. That's what I can see. But it shows me very much it's a good card because the angels are guiding you to the right direction that you need to go. The next one is the Seven of Michael. Sorry. And for me, it's very much the fact of it makes me feel like I'm not going to read the card because it's already shooting out at me. It makes me feel like this Seven of Michael is very much going to guide you onto the right path because it sort of makes me feel like the path that I'm sort of thinking about going down. If I wasn't guided and I was doing it by myself, it's a very dark path because I'll show you the card. It shows that it's a very dark path that. I don't know. You see, the problem is with the screen reflects off it. There you go. You can see not too bad there. It shows that Archangel Michael is showing and guiding, saying, "Don't go down the path. You know, we're here to help you, and we're here to guide you as well, and be able to go down the right way." So, to me, it's about the fact of that. Trust your guides. Trust what you feel. Trust your instincts. Don't go by what everybody else is telling you or what you think you've got to do. I always say, don't think, feel, because the gut instinct is 99.9% right, and it's saying that they're going to guide you. And it says there is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. So that's what I feel very much with that. So it shows a lot of stress and worries. Don't let the stress and worries get to you, my friend. You're going to go on to a journey. I don't know if you want to learn how to do cards or something, but it makes me feel very learning in a spiritual way. And then it shows that the path that you think you might need to go down and do by yourself is not the right path. It's saying at the end of the day, we're going to guide you and help you as much as we can. And go for that. Wait, what's that? Yes, true. As I was having suicidal thoughts. Okay, so you're very much the same. Obviously, with me, I still have them from time to time. So it's about the fact that it's like you've got a very good path with you, and in the Seventh of Michael out of all of them makes more sense because it's saying you don't. It says work alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. So again, don't be afraid to talk. Don't be afraid to say it out there, and don't be afraid. Don't feel. I don't know why it makes me feel like you're alone. I don't know if you feel alone. I don't want to presume that obviously what you've just put on or anything like that, but if I had to shut my eyes and feel the sensation, it makes me feel very much alone, and there's a lot on my shoulders, a lot on me at this moment in time in life. So I want you to say, don't worry, there's many people that are willing to help you in many ways. Anything from like me and Dan can obviously help you, like, you know, from the spiritual terms and obviously the paranormal as well, you know. And then you've also got like, you know, your family, you listen to your friends as well. So, you know, and obviously Kirk's group as well. If you're suffering and you feel very low, you can always put a message in there, you know, and people will get back to you and stuff like that. So it's about don't ever feel alone. Don't let the stresses and the worries allow them to affect you. I know it's easier said than done, but you are going on to an amazing journey. You can't go yet. You're going on an amazing journey. I can't understand why the brown-haired girl is skipping in a circle, but I feel I'm not sure yet. But I can see her clear as day in a white, like sort of ceremonial gown, sort of going through like skipping. But the main thing is for you, my love, you've got an amazing future ahead of you, amazing future. So you can't go yet, even if you do try it. I know for a fact they're going to stop it. But you've also got the love and the light all around you, and there's so many people willing to help you. So don't ever feel alone. Oh, pardon me. I'll keep burping. So yes, that is what the cards say to me. So you've got an amazing adventure, the amazing adventure, and you're going to be, which one? That one. You're going to be guided as well. You're going to be helped by many people, many people. So please do not feel alone. There is, all of us, me, Dan, Kurt's group. You got everybody from the community as well. So don't ever feel alone, my love. So don't feel alone. Yes, I'm alone, and yes, there's lots going on in my life at the moment. Right. Okay. So it's just confirming that you've got this. You ask for the support, and they will support you. We'll all support you as well. So don't ever feel alone, my friend, because you're not alone. So yeah, sorry, mate.
No worries. Sorry, I've got somebody's come to say hello to everybody.
Oh,
it's my little Bella. It's my little baby.
It's got like long hair.
She's a long-haired white tabby.
Ah, blimey.
But she's a house cat. So
proper lovey-dovey cat.
Yeah, she's my baby. She's come to see me and get some love from her dad, because my other cat, Jinx, he's an outdoors cat, and he's outside. Well, he's in the hallway. He's on the landing at the minute, and they don't quite tolerate each other. But hello, Bella. There you go. Look, say hello. It's my little baby. So,
Layla, they are called, by the way, Archangel Power Tarot cards. So they're that's the tarot cards. I've just seen the comment in there as well. And then where was that lady again? Where was that lady? Thank you,
Gilchrist, was it?
That's it. No, she's the next one. She put thank you so much to you, Dan, as well. And thank you to us. It sounds right. But like I say, don't ever feel alone. If you ever need a chat, you've always got Kurt's group with the anxiety and depression. Obviously, my wife went on there the other day as well. We all talk. I'll come on now and again and talk about things and try and help in many ways. And obviously, Dan will help out as well. We're all good. Yeah, we're all good lads. We all want to help each other. And it's the fact of, if you ever, I don't know why, I just feel like you need to be guided. I just feel so drawn to, like, I don't know. I just feel like I need to be guided. I need to, I don't know. It just feels very not strange, but it just makes me feel like somebody needs to help me guide me, if that makes sense.
Tara Hamilton says, I also had 3 cats named Jinxie, Bella, and Scooter. Jinxie's naughty. He's only about 2 years old, and sadly my ex dumped him on me last year, and he's absolutely huge. He's whopping great big cat. He's half Persian and half his dad was a feral cat. But his mum was a Persian, so he's very mouthy as well. He's constantly making noise, and all he does is eat. So, we've got a couple of minutes left, so we're going to bring this last person on. We were just talking about the man himself, and Natalie Dunk's just asked if he's here, so bring him on. Kirky!
Hi. Honestly, I can't thank you guys enough. I mean, I literally woke up at like 8 o'clock tonight. I quickly jumped on Dan's live, and the first thing I see is Dan mentioning me on my page. I honestly can't thank you guys enough.
Well, that's the thing, though, mate. Is that it's I mean, it's not there's your page. There's also Kenny Saw as well, who obviously used to be part of a big group. Kenny and Lydia, they've both got a group as well, which does very similar to what you do. The main difference, I think, is Kenny does a lot of lives, doing sort of ghost hunting out, from his home as well.
Yeah.
But it's people like you who set up those pages, and then you're there to help people out and give just be there to give people an ear when they need it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've just had a phone call with Drew.
Yeah.
And honestly, he's such a lovely bloke. I mean, I've just explained to him what I said to you. I think it was yesterday about the Wi-Fi booster box.
Yes, mate. Yeah.
So I've said to him, I'm going to pay for that out of my own pocket. I'm going to pay P&P as well. Get that up to him so it can do his lives without having to worry about the signal.
That's it. When I told him that earlier on, you could just hear it in his voice how
grateful he was.
And how surprised he was as well. Because it's like him and I. Sorry, I've just been asked. Zoe's just asked what Kenny's page is. Where are we? Right, if you go on to, it's called Hidden Activity, but it's H1DD3N. I don't know if I can get a link for it actually off this. Can I get a link? Share.
And just a quick one to Phil. I'm not joining your circles anymore, mate. Right. Do you know, since the other night, after we did that meditation and stuff like that, yeah, I didn't close down properly. I mean, I'll close down properly now, because obviously I watched everything back and I was like, I learned how to shut down properly. But I didn't shut down properly to begin with. And I've got an LED light, like a tree light outside of me. Right? Yeah. And that was shaking. That was literally rocking back and forth. I did everything I could to debunk it. Right? But there is physically nothing touching it that'd make it rock. There's no wind, no nothing. And that was just sat there shaking at me. And like, I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely shit myself.
Going back to Drew though, it's yeah, when I was talking to him earlier on, and I told him about because when I was talking to him, it just popped into my head then to mention it to him, and you know, you could just tell and you could hear in his voice how grateful he was. But we went on then because I said to him, I said, just look at where both of us were 12 months ago. You know,
yeah.
Drew was still in Pembrokeshire at the time rather than being in Bristol, and he'd had some things said about him which weren't true. And so he was taking a lot of grief from that and a lot of flack from that. And, you know, he's now set up with his own page to do readings on. His group's doing, you know, is doing all right there. He's just had another baby. And today I got to see little Loki wearing his present that I got him as well. So I got him a baby grow with a baby paranormal postmortem logo on it. And today's the first time he's had it on. So Drew sent me a photo of him wearing it. So
no, it's like I was speaking to Drew. Obviously, he FaceTimed me, and I was speaking to him. He's like, "Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want me to send any money over towards it or anything?" I says, "No." Like the things that he's doing for people right now is giving them closure, allowing them to be able to feel that much better in themselves. So I says, because obviously he's doing all this, I'm going to help him out, and I'm going to pay for it all myself, and I'm going to send it across to him.
That's awesome.
And bless him, what he's doing is he said to me that he's going to take my logo from my page, and he's going to spread it about. He's going to put it on his page and stuff like that. And he says that because obviously he works with a lot of people with mental health as well.
Yeah.
He said he's going to direct him straight across to my page as well. And I say I cannot thank you guys enough. I mean, since obviously everybody's been spreading it out, I mean, this is the main reason why I'm feeling so drained all the time, Phil. Because obviously I'm helping that many people out. I'm not having enough time for myself. And I'm not...
I saw that and I thought I've got to put that up on screen.
No, it's because I can't remember who was live. It was that live the other day, Dan.
Yeah.
As you know, I'm coming invisible.
Yeah.
And also they brought it over here as well.
I think what you need to do, Kirk, is get yourself a green morph suit and just
I'm going to, mate. I'm going to buy a morph suit now.
Just stick your head and maybe see if you can put your green screen over your chair as well at the same time, and just basically put your headphones on and just sit there with the green morph suit on, so it does just look like the headphones are floating in midair.
I see. No, because you just put that, you can just see the headphones on the chair. So I'll leave my chair here, and I'll just wear a green morph suit instead.
That's it. That'll be funny.
I mean, they're cheap enough to get hold of, so
that's it.
Exactly. But no, because I at the moment, I mean, I've got two monitors set up, right, and on both monitors, I've got at least two lots of Facebook open, because obviously I'm constantly being messaged. Obviously on my personal Facebook, on anxiety and depression page, and then also I'm supporting you guys as well by having your lives open and stuff like that. So obviously because of all this happening, and there's only 2 people currently working for anxiety and depression. Yeah. Also because I'm the main face of the page. Obviously everything comes to me. So obviously I'm not having enough time to relax and like speak with myself, if you know what I'm saying, Phil.
Yeah.
So obviously this is what I mean. I went to bed last night at 5 o'clock in the morning after I finished helping this person out, and then I didn't get up till gone 8 o'clock tonight.
And because I was like, don't forget your mind's been exploded, and I said to you, do you want to shut down? And you was like, no, carry on, I got to find out. But don't forget, mate. Like, yeah, look, you gotta. We've still got an amazing journey. You got an amazing journey to go on spiritually, but don't be afraid to take time out. And you. I know you obviously want to help people as much as you can. Say, which is great, and us three are the same. But the fact of that, don't forget, you got to look after yourself to help somebody else. Amen. So, I mean, I'm going to say this now very quickly because we're going to have to shoot off in a sec, Kirk. But if everybody wants to pop over to Kirk's page, anybody who hasn't popped over there, just give it a like and a share. Yeah. Kirk does do his lives and things on there as well. But if anybody also fancies going on there as, to be able to go on maybe as a moderator or that and be there for people as well, because obviously Kirk needs some time to rest as well in between. So if there is anybody out there that wants to go on there and help the guy out and help, even if it's just to go on for a few hours a day to allow Kirk a bit of a break and, be able to rest himself, and that would be awesome if anybody could, would like to do that.
I mean, I've got a couple of people that I've spoken to already. I mean, Tony Shrew's one of them.
You could have Mary.
Oh, mate, I'd love to have Mary on there.
Mary's put it in it. Mary's put it in here as well.
Mary has. Do you mean Mary Whitcomb?
Hang on. She's in it. Let me get. No, Mary, where's our laughing? Where's the John Sixth Senses? There, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's the name. Yeah, Mary. Yeah. She. Yeah.
Oh yes, there we go. I was looking at the name and I was thinking to myself, and then I see the face now in the picture and I'm thinking, you need Mary on there. Mary might be. She might be over in the States, but you need Mary over there. I guarantee you now, anybody who goes on a phone call or onto a message with Mary, you'll just be doing nothing but laughing. Between the both of you.
Mary, inbox me later on, though, because also I've got you on my personal Facebook. Message me later on.
Yeah.
When I do my live on Monday, you're more than welcome to come on.
I'll tell you what, Mary. I swear to God, you gotta come on one of the nights again. You are absolutely so funny. It's unreal. One thing I've got to say though is Tara Hamilton. I can't say that name. Hamilton. Oh yeah, sorry, John. It's right. Rob's already said it. Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. PayPal sort it all out. You don't get extra charge for it or nothing. What did you think of the first meditation then, Kirk?
Oh, mate, like I said, when we were sat there meditating, obviously I got my paper out. I couldn't find a pen, so I had to use a pencil. And I was in that sort of like deep trance. My hand just had a mind of its own, and I was like I sent you that picture. That's what my hand was doing. Also, I've heard of the Tree of Life before and stuff like that, but I've never seen it properly before.
Yeah.
So obviously, for my hand to just to draw that out, because that's what I was seeing.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a solid picture. It was sort of like colours coming down, forming it. But it was sort of like, do you know, as a sketch artist would, where it's just like flickering down, and then obviously it's going on to something else. It was like that. So obviously my hand was following it, and then I was like I say, it was sort of like the Tree of Life with a pool of water around it, with a feather floating down.
Yeah.
And I've actually done a bit of research, but is it not it's like a pool of water called Eternal Life or something?
You ain't crackly then for me. Say it again.
Hang on. Is there not a pool of water that's called Eternal Life?
You know what that made me think of then? Did you see that TikTok I did when I did the Cartman thing?
No, I don't think I've got you on TikTok, mate.
Oh, trust me. You know where Cartman goes? He says, you can suck my... Yeah. And then you hear Mr. What's his face? The teacher. He goes,
Mr. Garrison.
Mr. Garrison. He says, what did you say? And he basically pulls out one of those cow horns, those horns, and he goes, and he goes,
what one of these?
Yeah. He goes, I said, why don't you suck my...
But yeah,
South Park is brilliant.
Is there not a pool called the Eternal Life?
Yes.
Yeah. See, that's what I was thinking it was. You know, the Tree of Life and then the pool of Eternal Life around it.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I'm still trying to figure out is what the feather was.
The feather.
Because it was like a white feather started at the top of the tree, just floating down.
Yeah, that's normally when you see white feathers, that's normally loved ones that are close. Same as a robin. When a robin's near, a loved one is here. And same with the feather. Feather's just another way of a physical showing in this world, anyway, saying that the loved ones that you miss and you love, you might be thinking about them on that day, and then later on in the afternoon you might have a feather. But it's just it's just a nice, simple symbol or sign, you're going to call it, just to say that they're with you, mate. They're with you. And obviously the tree of life is obviously supposed to life. There is a river of life as well, where the purest of water feeds the tree as well. That is again, that is in some people's beliefs. But yeah, mate, so what you've seen, mate, and don't forget, when you do meditations as well, you also have your own tree as well. So you also have your own spirit tree.
Well, I hope to God I'm not living forever. But no, then also, as I told you, there was that like the purple portal kind of thing.
Yeah.
And also we've come to the conclusion that that's the portal of the third eye.
Yeah.
So obviously I've just got to learn to open that up properly, and then I'll be set to shit myself for the rest of my life.
Right then, lads. I mean, I think the best thing we can do tonight now is say goodnight to everybody, because it's now 20 to 11. We've been on for 2 hours and 50 minutes, Phil. So we normally only go on for an hour and a half. You've been a star as usual, my friend. Thank you very much for all you're doing, and for everybody. And Gina Rutledge, very quickly though, has said, Kirk, I'm in the States as well, but up at all hours myself. Anyway, I can lend a hand. I'm happy to help as well.
I appreciate that, Gina.
That'd be great to have a couple of people in the States, especially because the time zone differences would be amazing to be able, to be able to take the strain off of Kirk.
Whilst I think about it, one more thing as well, Dan. You have to be in on Monday's live. You don't have to come on live video, but you have to be there.
When's that? What time is that?
It's going to be about 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like between 3 and half 3, because that's the usual times that I stream.
That's
because Drew, bless him, he said he's going to make Monday free, and Drew's going to come on live with me.
Awesome.
Brilliant. So you have to be there.
Awesome, mate. Well, if you want, I mean, I'll always jump on and say hello as well. So,
well, mate, like I've said, you're more than welcome to come on.
You're a star.
Phil, you and your lovely wife have to come on at some point as well. I'm thinking of Friday, because I've had you on and I've had your wife on, but it'd be nice to have both of you on together. So obviously you can both say your parts, and then obviously we can then sit there and watch a domestic happen.
That's all you want. Right? You want to see.
Well, mate, I've been missing EastEnders, so I'm going through everybody's pages to look for all this drama.
Don't start me with EastEnders.
Trust me. Well, you'll know somebody who I've been out investigating with before, and she comes on and helps me do helps us with the Paranormal Sisters and Charity Warriors. She comes and helps us when possible to raise some money. You probably know who Hayley Slater is from EastEnders.
Yes.
Yeah, Katie Jarvis. Yeah. So Katie comes out. Well, she was due to come out with us this month actually. She was supposed to be coming out with us to investigate. So
we have to have a Google it. What's the name?
Katie Jarvis.
Jarvis.
Yeah, Katie Jarvis. She played Hayley Slater. She's not in it at the moment. She was in it. She got pregnant, and she got pregnant by Alfie.
Oh yeah. To be fair, mate, I remember when she sat on the balcony. She played that bloody part quite good. To be fair, that's the only time I watched.
Great actress, absolutely brilliant actress. And, she comes out and helps us out with the charity stuff now and again. So
that's good.
When you're talking about EastEnders, I'm going to stop name dropping them. Kirk, you've been a star, mate. Thanks very much for coming on. And,
cheers for having me on, mate.
See you on Monday. I'll drop you off a minute, Kirk, now. So thank you, Kirky.
Okay. No worries.
Cheers, buddy.
See you later.
So sorry. Get off, Kirky. Get off. Here he is. He's back. He's gone. Should we do it one more time? He's back. No, he's gone.
Oh, bless him.
Did anybody else see those headphones hanging there in midair?
Oh,
all right, well, thank you very. I'm just going to say good night to everybody, and thank you very much. So I'm really bad with. He's back. And he's gone. Yeah. So yeah, lovely. So Zoe's just saying about how, oh my God, Hayley was a great actress. Yeah, she's a lovely girl as well in real life. Katie is, and she did get a bit stick last year, unfortunately. But she is a lovely girl, and I'm hoping that she'll be back out acting soon. So Zoe Myers says, "Oh, what have you all had to eat tonight? Had me in stitches." I got a funny feeling it was a TV show I was watching earlier. Actually, there's one on Netflix. It's called Cooked with Cannabis, and it's a cooking show where they actually make chefs that go on and they make stuff to win money for and they make it infused with cannabis. And I was like, that's probably got me a bit hyper. Anyway, Phil, you've been an absolute legend, mate. Thank you very much for coming on.
That's all right, mate. So thank you so much. I'll just try and reply back to some comments quickly.
Yeah. And I'll be back tomorrow night with Drew. Hopefully we'll have some readings. Well, fingers crossed his signal will hold out for the readings. I'll be back then. Monday night is Paraslam. I've got Phil and John from Beyond Dimensions, Red Ridge X team. They're coming on Monday night, Paraslam. Hopefully Charlene will be with me Monday as well. Tuesday, I'm just trying to think now. This is where my brain goes when I'm talking about who's coming on. Oh, that's not working. I know that on Saturday next week, remember everybody, Daryl Marston from the TV show Ghost Hunters is coming on. So yes, Wednesday we have Gemma doing readings again. Then we have Saturday Daryl Marston, and then on the 5th of May we also have George Shoplin. George Shoplin, he has worked alongside Zach Bagans and the team from Ghost Adventures. So George is coming on to have a chinwag as well. So fingers crossed we will have some good times. We're going to have a few people on. In the meantime, I'm also going to be getting the Paranormal Sisters back on because they were due on Thursday night, and with things that happen on Thursday, unfortunately I had to postpone that. So hopefully get them on in the week. Fingers crossed as well, Thursday coming up. I'm also going to potentially have Brian Cano from the TV show Haunted Collector coming on for a chat. If that's at the moment only an if, as because he might have to go back out to work from Monday. So obviously it's the States, isn't it? They're different setup to us at the moment. So guys, thank you very much. Phil, you've been a star, legend, absolute, as usual. And if you're about tomorrow night, drop on the chat and see Drew as well, if that's cool with you.
I'll share it, mate. I'll share it. Awesome. I got my subscription group. What time are you planning?
8 o'clock, mate.
8 o'clock. I'll be on a bit later on. I got my subscription group because we do like a sort of a Zoom conference Q&A just for them, just for them if they've got any questions and anything like that. And I'm trying to help them out in the. So yeah, so as soon as I finish, mate, I'll share it on my main page as well. And then,
right, well, thank you to everybody who's come on and had a giggle with us on live, and thank you for everybody for commenting as well in the chat. And I shall see you tomorrow. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers. Good night.
Thank you. Bye bye.